Hello, welcome to Let the Youth Live. We're all about solutions, getting the community involved with those solutions and supporting others with solutions so that we can get more of them doing more of what they do already. But it's about working together. Massive shout out to Scully Carlito. How you doing? So yes, we'll Let the Youth Live. We're talking solutions to what's going on the streets. We need to hear from you. We want your ideas to add to what we've already come up with between us all. I'm hoping tonight I will be joined by Lee and MEESH should be joining us later, possibly CHANTELLE as well. Christella can't make it tonight, but she sends her love to everyone. Yeah, big up to you, Scully. So it's all about solutions. I'd love to get you up on the live, Scully, if you're up for that. Hear, your experience on knife crime, solutions that you think would work for right now. There's a lot of things that could be done in many years' time, but literally time's running out for lots of young people. And we need to come up with solutions that we can work on right now. Right, so what I'll do, because Meesh said for me to kind of come up with the list today of the solutions that we have, and then maybe talk on a few of them. When LEILA gets here, she's done quite a bit of research on online weapons sellers, so we'll be able to go quite in depth on that one. Now, first of all, I don't know if you've all seen my promotional ads for the bleed control kits and the cabinets, which are a fairly new idea. Me and Lynn from the Daniel Baird Foundation are aiming to get as many of these kits across the UK, as many as we can. I do have a GoFundMe at the minute. Hang on. Oh, it's gone up. Yeah, I do have a GoFundMe at the moment, so I would be really appreciative if anyone could actually share that for us, donate to it, but it's literally a life-saving piece of kit, and we need them everywhere. Our young people are not making it to hospital. They are bleeding out on the streets. These kits are the same as what's on board an ambulance. They are all logged with the ambulance service. So literally you could keep somebody alive until the ambulance gets there. So literally we need to get these all across the UK. We have them quite a few across the West Midlands. We have 2 in train stations here, Liverpool Street and I think it's Euston that have got them. But they need to be everywhere. They need to be on our high streets. They need to be in estates. They need to be in young people's hostels. Anywhere where there is people. What's in these kits is not like your typical first aid kit. First aid kit will not help a catastrophic bleed like stabbings, road traffic accidents. So there's more in these kits that are necessary to keep someone alive. So that is a campaign we've got going right now. I am praying that people see the essential, the fact that this is essential they're essential to have everywhere. So I am, hoping people will get together, raise the money themselves, apply for funding to get them. because we have none here in London. Like, there's none outside shops, you know. This is why I'm doing the GoFundMe, so that at some point I will be able to start purchasing them over South London. I'm going to start in Peckham and then surrounding areas, so like Camberwell, Brixton, as many places as I can buy them for the £10,000. So that's something that we've got going right now that we are working on. We just ask that people share the campaign, you know, support what we're doing, and think about your own area. Just have a think what you've got in your own area, what you can do. That's literally what I would recommend to everybody. You know, if you're not sure what to do, or, you know, start thinking about your own area. Think about, you know, is there CCTV? Is it all working? You know, have you got bleed kits all over the place? We can actually help with training people up as well. And this is all through the Daniel Baird Foundation. So people can be trained up in your community to use the mobile kits. The cabinets are different in the way that they are accessible by the public 24/7. And you ring 999, they'll give you the code for the cabinets, you get inside and they will talk you through what you need to do to the person who has got the catastrophic bleed. Shout out to Nathaniel, he's saying it sounds good. Yes, definitely for saving lives. And, you know, the situation, how it's been, you know, we want to start seeing lives being saved while people are discussing, you know, what to do. Right, so that is number one. Number two, we had patrols. Now, I would say that's our biggest problem, is safety. Children aren't safe. In fact, you know, the general public are not safe. What's going down with these monster weapons, we're not safe, and something needs to get, you know, put in place. Are you still there, Nathan? Do you want to go live? Do you want to come up on the live? Because I'm not sure where my friend is. Fancy coming up on the live? We'd like to hear from you. Right, I'm just going to send these lives out to D World. Right, and then MEESH. Now. Yeah, I saw it was D World. Big up to you. Would you like to come up on the live? Oh, who have I got? Hey. Hello. I can see you, but I can't hear. Hello. Hey. Is that you, Meesh? I can't hear you at all. Maybe cut and come back. Yeah, just try that, because it does happen sometimes. All right, because I can't hear anything. Yeah, try and lock it off. Cut it, and then come back and try. Yeah, it's saying you're unable to join. Yeah, just try again. Hang on. Yeah, you're definitely going to have to cut it. Hang on. I don't know if I can do that. Yeah, try and come back on again, darling. Yeah, it's funny, the Instagram like that sometimes. Yay. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, so try again Let's try again, my darling. Right, let's try. Hopefully. I think it says you've declined. So let me try again. Let's try. It's not letting me do it. It's not. Try one more time. Oh, babe. Do you want to come on or not? Because I know what that's like. Did you have it done today? Oh. All right. Okay. If you want to request again, I'll try and get you on. Oh, that's horrible. I need to go dentist and get some work done, but they've kicked me out. So I've got to find a new dentist. Big up to Frost Levels. Massive big up. We'd love to get you up on the live to hear about your experience with the knife crime, any solutions that you think might work. Right, so MEESH, yeah, if you want to, Frost Levels, just request me, all right? So MEESH, yeah, I started the list today. I done kind of bullet points of literally the solutions that we've thought about over the last, I'd say 2.5 months. Wow. This is what I mean. Yeah, MEESH is saying about someone being stabbed in South recently. That it's like every day. It's heartbreaking what's going on. It's just, and this is why we're doing what we're doing. And big up to you as well, MEESH, because after coming on the other day, you were just like, right, we need to make this, a meeting where we try and just, big up to Fluffy. How you doing? Big up, yeah. Yeah, I was just saying about these people getting stabbed, all day, every day. And it's in, like, most of the time, daylight, busy places, don't seem to care at all about, any of it. But I sat down and thought the other night that literally our biggest priority is safety for all of us, not just you young people, for all of us. The streets are not safe. Doesn't seem to be anything in place to protect any of us. Yeah, you could do that, MEESH. Yeah, that's no problem, my darling. All right. Because that would be brilliant to get you up on the live. Okay, all right. So that's no problem, my darling. Right, let's go. Right, brilliant. But yeah, safety. That was like, I think that's got to be our biggest thing.
Hello?
Hey, yeah, I can hear you.
Hello, my darling. This is better because it's just that I've got swollen face.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a tooth removed and a root canal treatment. So one side of my face is really swollen.
Oh, yeah.
But this is easier, ain't it?
Yeah. No, definitely.
And Fluffy Shans, why don't you come in and hide yourself? She's just private. But then we can just talk. It's better to just talk.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
You know what? I was telling Fluffy Shans is my niece. What's your name?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lee.
Lee, that's it.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure because I know it's Sweet Lee. Sweet.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
So it's Lisa. It's Lisa, but I just, yeah.
Oh, you just like Lee.
Yeah. Okay, what about you?
My name is Michaela, but all my life everybody's called me MEESH. That's why I'm MEESH Mill. One of my dear friends texted me one day and he said, MEESH Mill, what you up to? And it just stuck.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
You know, like Meek Mill.
Yeah. Oh, should we try and get Fluffy on?
Fluffy, come on.
All right, you don't have to go on the camera.
Don't go on the camera, Fluffy.
All right.
She's very, very sensitive as well regarding all of that. She's the one, really, Lee, who always sends me the latest what's happened, and it just like up in Wood Green. I don't know if you know Wood Green. It's North London.
Wood Green is there's a lot goes down.
I think it was last weekend. A social worker and the police went to a property to see that the children were okay. Well, anyway, the social worker ended up getting stabbed to death.
Oh my God!
And then she's the one who today said, yeah, last weekend it happened, I think. She's the one who sent it to me, and she's the one who today was telling me about the guy in South London who got stabbed with a 2-foot samurai sword.
Oh my God, that's just giving me chills, man. And it's just surreal. It's like a real life horror going on.
And then it is. And then remember you were saying, Lee, that some people were saying about youth clubs and and basically the truth is they're not even safe there.
No.
So
they get stabbed inside there. Yeah.
My thought was it's not about protecting youngsters. It's about trying to encourage the ones who are liable to commit those crimes to fall back.
Yes. Yep. Definitely.
Because unless we stop the perpetrator, it's never going to stop. Because where do you put children to keep them safe? All right, we can have clubs where there's top security, but they got to leave to go home.
And the thing is, what are security going to do?
They're not going to lose their
lives. 2-foot samurais.
They're not going to lose their life, are they?
Exactly. And that's my worry. It's like no matter, even I've thought about these patrols, because that's on the list as well. So all you missed before you came on, what I did, I just redid like a bullet point list.
Sorry to cut you, Lee. I was hovering around at 5 and then my phone rang. So I was waiting for you, Lee, my dear.
Oh, yeah. I was late.
I might say that because I don't want you to think I'm not connected.
Oh, no. I wasn't saying it like that either.
No, I know you ain't, darling. Oh, gosh.
Oh. Yeah, so I was just saying, all you missed off that, and I'm still waiting for my other friend to join. I don't know where she is actually. But yeah, because she's done quite a lot of research for us today on online weapons. Yeah,
right.
And manufacturers. Them. Yeah. Right, because they're on the list as well. So literally, we had bleed control kits.
Oh,
so I just
that homework you gave me, I was astonished. Do you know what? I actually looked a little bit and I couldn't because it gets me so infuriated.
I know. It's shocking, isn't it?
Shocking. I might be naive, but honestly, I had no idea that these places exist. I know that, I don't know how to say it, but I should really have been aware, but I wasn't, Lee.
Me neither. You know, like I didn't even realise where things have changed. Like all these years, you know, like enough is enough with the knife crime. What I didn't realise was how the weapons now that they're using. So you have no chance, realistically, against, you know, things that kill bears.
Sadly, the actual bottom line. That is the actual bottom line, Lee.
Yeah. And so I'm hoping LEILA will join us at some point. If not, we'll do it on the next, we'll get her to go into depth on that one. So I had the bleed kits. I had about the weapons sellers. And what LEILA, when I spoke to her yesterday about it, she was talking about trying to embarrass them. Think of ways how we can embarrass them, how they're doing it, what they're doing.
Oh,
they know what they're doing.
Do you know what? That's actually a banging idea. It's about highlighting them for the negligence.
Yes.
And
yeah.
Are you talking about these companies?
Yeah. And I've got them, especially that Anglo Arms Trojan. But I want to find out who LEILA had looked up, because she was looking at ones that supply
there's
globally.
other ones then. There's hundreds
Yeah.
of them,
Yeah.
probably. And then also, Lee, remember you got the dark web.
Ah, yeah.
And you can get absolutely anything. And I mean anything, my dear. I've got a neighbour who's been buying all sorts of illegal bits and bobs since, I'm talking about 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, Lee, you can imagine what I mean when I say. And some of it is coming from abroad. You wonder how it slips through.
Yeah, and this is what we've talked about, yeah, is what's happening with the post? Like, why are they not checking?
Because a lot of things come through in the post. Although a lot may not, and a lot of things come through customs and excise. And although a lot may not, a lot does. So we need to, I think, your friend is absolutely right. We need to do a campaign where everybody is held accountable and embarrassed the fuck out of.
Yes. Now,
and
the idea is that people...
everywhere.
Sorry to cut you, Meesh. Just to say that when we talked about this before on the other podcast, a lot of people, because I was like, how do we get them? You know, like, and a lot of people said, we need to get influencers. People who, or, you know, like big celebrities.
Yeah, I agree. And even big influencers that are not necessarily celebrities, but they've got a mass following.
Yes, yep.
I agree.
And get them on board.
But also, Lee, we could ourselves, like between you, me, and your friend maybe, and whoever
We've
else.
got another lady as well, Christella.
She's coming now.
No, she's not coming today, but she hasn't been able to come for a couple of weeks, but she's on board with us.
Is it just you and I in this live?
I think so, yeah.
Has Fluffy left?
No, I keep trying to add Fluffy, but
you know
it's
what
not...
she's probably done? Because she's got a little baby. She's probably listening, but carrying on with what she's doing. Yeah. If she's still there. But she was very, very enthusiastic, honestly. So I said to her, there's going to be a live at 5. You're more than welcome to join. And she all by herself said, yeah, definitely. And you know what, as well, Lee, there's loads of other people, but it's just about, I don't want to blase say, oh, I've come across this charity, really great scenario where and their focus right now is let the youth live, knife crime, right? Because I feel like it's not giving it the depth that it needs, and you cannot disrespect a scenario like this. So to say to somebody, "I'll just join a live, I'll be there," but I'm telling you, I have got hundreds of people that I know. That I'm not saying they're my friends, Lee. Let's have it right.
Yeah.
But we've all got a common.
Yes.
And
that's what we want. Yes, exactly.
Because nobody other than the people who are doing it and happy to do it and happy to act like they're happy to do it wants to get a knock at their door by police saying that their daughter or their son or their nephew or their niece or brother or sister has been stabbed to death and they're covered by a tent down the road somewhere.
Exactly.
And let's make no mistake, Lee. Don't wait for it to happen to you to then decide to join in Mothers Against Knives and let the youth live and all this. It's about
the thing. Do it now.
Every child is your child.
Yeah.
Even the ones I don't like because of their attitude and they're rude or whatever. I would never want that for them.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And this is the thing. They're still, you know what I mean? They're kids. They're children.
Some of them are 13, Lee. Some of them are 13. How does that even sit right on your soul?
Yeah, I know. 13-year-olds, we've got kids.
They're being groomed, some of them, Lee, by adults. Groomed to sell drugs and to go and kill people.
Mm-hmm. It's
disgusting.
It is.
You probably wish now you left me typing, Lee. fucking hell, I don't stop.
No, it's good, man.
My
Love
passion now,
it.
because you know what, Lee? Yeah, I've got a son. He's 23, right?
Ah, same
And
age as my daughter.
Oh, wow. Thank God. That's nice. I have thanked God, because I believe in God, every single day that we've all collectively managed to keep this boy alive. He's black. We're from the ghetto.
Yeah.
People are poor. People are struggling. Everybody wants to be a rapper. Everybody wants to be a gangbanger. And with not by myself, Lee, with my mother, my sisters, my family, my cousins, nieces, nephews, friends, good friends who are family. With you know, everybody plays a little part.
Yeah, exactly. You need
but,
that.
But the truth is, so have so many other mothers, but they've still been unfortunate. They still had the misfortune of losing a child to that knife crime.
Yeah.
And they've done everything. Yeah. And I'm not here at all, by no way, no shape or form, to bash any woman at all. Yeah. But my point is as a mother, you're like, that's now your job. No matter what your career is or where you're going in life, your job is to be a mother. That comes first. And you do your best. And we don't always get it right. I've fucked up untold times.
And me.
We all do. And if you say it and you're a fucking
There's no manual, man.
There's no manual. You know what? I had my son and they couldn't get me out of that hospital quick enough. Me, he was premature. He needed to stay for 3 months. But me, they was okay to run me out of the hospital. And that was it. I was 20. And even though I originally come from Tottenham, Lee, and I grew up really with my sisters, and I always hanged around with boys, but they were my cousins, and some of them were friends, and they were all my brothers. There was never anything untoward involved, and I grew up and some serious guys, but not as serious as that they encourage, promote, or groom anybody, man, woman, or child, to go out and commit that. And in actual fact, a lot of them now have got their very, very different lives. But it is what it is. These kids don't want to kill people, but they've got some. Do you think, Lee, that there's a child or a teenager or even in their early 20s that actually is stabbing to kill? Or is it a moment of adrenaline and you lose control? Because we all lose control sometimes. We either say things or do things that we want to take back, but still,
it's not, for me, I know it's not natural. Even when I'm really angry, to go and grab a knife and stab someone up. Like, I'd have to be fearing for my life, be in a situation. You would have to be
protecting your daughter and your grandson.
Yeah.
Or your mother. Whoever you hold closest. But even then, it would have to be somebody that's violated in a totally different level. Out of the question, they need to be dealt with.
Yeah. I
don't get how you can be a rapper, have certain bars, another rapper from over a different postcode knows or thinks or believes or whatever that is an indirect, and anywhere they buck you, they're bringing out the knives.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard, I don't know if it was on the last live I was talking about the rappers, because I'd watched this thing on YouTube.
I watched it, the gangs, N9, Broadwater Farm.
I think it was that one, but it said that it was talking about Heady One from 2018, and it said, like, for an example, he was one of the rappers that had caused a bloodbath.
And I don't know that he caused it, but he was. It was the gang from there. I'm not going to accuse anybody of causing it. Because
that's just what they said.
Did they say that? Because you know what? When I did watch it, was it a white guy?
Yes, it was. Yeah. Yes,
yeah.
it's the same
I
one.
did watch it, but to be honest, Lee,
Yeah.
it winds me up and it pisses me off. I grew up 5 minutes from Boardwalk Farm. My best friend at school, secondary school, lived on Boardwalk Farm, and I walked Phillip Lane to there and picked her and met her every day before we walked further down the road to go to school. Yeah. Or she did it to my way. And the farm is a part, like, the farmer's got that history, you know, from the police officer and and whatnot. And I remember back hearing about that whole Heady One thing, but I don't know how it really went down and whatever and all that, and I didn't concern myself too much with it. Yeah. And I don't like, it's disgusting. Whoever's causing it, whether it be him, John, Peter, Mark, Luke, or Frank, is fucking disgusting. Yeah, causing, instigating.
Because it goes down into the streets. They start this beef, and then it continues on in the streets between different. It continues
on aeroplanes. Did you see the video with Tion Wayne?
Exactly.
On aeroplanes. Yeah. It continues in parties. It continues in Selfridges.
Mm-hmm. This is what I mean, blatantly as well. They're not hiding anything.
And the daylight. Thing is, you can't tell me, Lee, that you have had the blessing of breaking through and blowing as a rapper, and you are making serious dollar. You've got the masses of fans. Yeah. And you're okay with still wanting to be like, all right, do you know what? The one thing I will say, is that even when they want to come away from the streets, sometimes there's unfinished business.
Yes, of course,
You can't just decide, right, I'm going now, I'm opening my own business, I'm not committing crime, or I'm not being around or doing all of that, and I'm not being a part of that, or whatever, and just go. Because if somebody's got an axe to grind that weren't dealt with, they're gonna, wherever they see you, it's gonna go off.
Yeah.
So how do we get them out? Do you know? Look, Lee, is there even a way out? Is there even a way out?
I don't.
You don't want to go to Bristol anymore for that guy to sell drugs or have a walk with a knife or a gun even to kill people.
How do you get out?
Where do you go? Where do you go?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Where do you go? What do you do? Because when you can't just go back, give him his money, what you've sold, and give him back his weapon, arm, the stuff.
Yeah, and go, there you go.
I'll see you tomorrow. Because he's going to say, what do you mean you'll see me tomorrow? Take the stuff. I don't know what to do. I don't, like, because...
MEESH, I was just going to say, we've got a request on the live, all right? I'm going to add them. I've got his name's Najee. You stay on, though.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, yeah. All right. Let's just see what they've got to say about what we've been talking about. Oh, he's gone now. Oh, he's gone. Must
try and request him.
Where is he? Oh, I can't see. Yeah. Oh, he's gone now. But he was requesting. But yes.
Send a request to Big Peely. Because I messaged him.
How do you know Big P then?
I messaged him earlier and he said, yeah, he would be in live. I don't know that joining, but he would be in the he would be there.
Yes, and I'll try Fluffy as well, and I'll see if I can get hold of LEILA. JC.
Do you know what? I know people have got their lives. I don't think Lee, that 5 o'clock is effective. I think people might. I don't know. I feel like.
This was another. Yeah, but I've tried all different.
But you've got a life, and I think if you're that committed to making a difference, make the time. You can move things around. Like, I've got things to do. I've got an exam to study for tomorrow morning. But what's good? What good is the world?
Exactly, I know.
Like, come on.
It's crazy. But yeah, I've tried all different times, right? I've been kind of... One time when we did this time...
feedback on 5 o'clock? Everyone said, yeah, 5 o'clock.
Yeah. people were coming 5. So, but the thing is, it doesn't matter because I turn these into podcasts that go out on Spotify.
Oh, I'm not going to Spotify.
Yeah.
Oh, I never
right.
knew.
So so you will. That's what I do. I convert them into podcasts onto the Spotify so other people can hear them. I'll post this up, and then more people will see it later on. So there's no stress. Do you know what I mean?
There is no stress, but even if 1 million people hear the podcast, there was only 2 people in the podcast showing concern. That's what I'm
yeah, no, I make you right, man.
And I know that people have got lives. I know that people have got lives and children and jobs and what issues and problems and all these things, and I'm very, very sensitive to that. But when you say yeah, that's a good time. And you know what? Also, things come out of the blue that you can't account for.
Yes. Yeah, because even the other night with all of us, and it was only a few of us, but look.
But you know what? I will say, Lee, it don't take. You don't need 1 million people to make a difference. It could be just you on your own. No. So that's not a concern.
But yeah, no, I make you totally right what you're saying. That's Leila's just WhatsApped me. What is she saying? She's looking for something, but I don't know if she's remembered she's on the live tonight. But yeah, she's done some research for us anyway. She's saying she's going to try and sort something out and quickly try and jump on. Right, so that's good. She'll join us at some point.
At least with what's her name, LEILA?
Yeah.
At least she's had the decency to say to her, I'm sorting something out, but I'm trying. Because she's also got her life, you know?
Yeah, we all have. Do you know what I mean?
I get it. I get it. And people, you can't knock it. But I just feel like, let's not wait for it to be our sons.
Yeah.
If we've been blessed that if you're a woman and your son that's been raised in the ghetto, poor really, because it don't matter what drugs money anyone gives or brings or does or whatever crime, you're fucking poor. And until you understand that living the right way is where the riches comes from, you're going to forever be poor. Because my son and I have had the world, right?
Oh.
And I'm not necessarily excited or proud or any of that. That was then, this is now. But you get the world, but then nothing. There's nothing free in this life, love. You pay.
Yeah.
You pay sometimes dearly. If you get what I mean, Lee.
Yes.
So at the end of the day,
we've got Chantelle. She's just joined us.
Before. I remember Chantelle.
Yeah. Do you want to come on the live, darling? Just request, all right, if you want to come on.
And say to her, even if she doesn't want to show her face.
Yeah, even if you don't want to show you, it's up to you, all right? Because me, she's doing it not on camera. But we do that quite, do you know what I mean? We do that quite a bit. I just want people to be comfortable. Some people
don't want to be seen anyway. And that's
Chantelle's saying no.
No, just her voice.
Well, she's saying no. She's just giving us...
That's cool. That's cool, girl.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just happy that you've actually come and joined.
Yeah, isn't it?
And that is more than we could even ask for, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, I've just spotted him, right? The ex-police officer who is working with Faz Amnesty. He's on the live. I hope you're still there. Can we get you up on the live?
As long as he is actually X and he ain't on here trying to think like the smartest one on the fucking phone, and
he's trying to make a difference, right?
Yeah, they all are. That's according to them. Yeah, and then this is the other thing. Even me, I'm a big woman, and I still have a trust issue with. Me
too. I've been let down so much.
They are ultimately the baddest gang. Yeah, then up there in their blue uniform are the only gang I fear. Yeah. On a day-to-day basis.
That's what my dad used to say that.
Crime, but they're dangerous. They're lethal, and they will fuck you up quickly, and you ain't done a thing. So, and this is what a lot of these youth. My point for saying that was, Lee, is that this is how the youth feel.
Yeah. Exactly.
And ultimately, what you're in is the answer. If you've got the answer, is why the police, when they actually can do something about this, don't.
Yeah.
That's all I want to know. I know they have their little meetings where
What's
they're saying,
stopping
fuck
them?
them,
Yeah.
let them kill
We've got a
themselves,
request.
kill one another. We know that
No.
they have those meetings. Oh, fuck them, let them kill each other. They're criminals anyway. We're better off that. And I categorically know for a fact that the sergeant and whoever, the big ones, sit down and they say, oh, you know what, there's this person we need to solve this crime and we need to solve that crime, and this person was a criminal and that person was a criminal. Fuck them, let them kill each other. They've been saying that for years.
Yeah, I don't think he's on the live anymore.
That's all right.
I don't know if he's staying on anyway.
Doesn't it? That goes to show. Stand up, and if you're really who you say you are, it don't matter what anybody says. You know, you have to be respectful to people's concerns. You can't just feel like people are gonna, you know what I mean? You've got to be respectful to people's concerns, Lee. Yeah.
Now, Meesh, have you looked at, you know, Faz, who's doing the patrols? Have you seen?
I did go on and looked at all of them, really.
Yeah, because
did I see the guy on your one that took all the knives back to the police station?
Yeah. So the main guy.
I saw a few.
Yeah, because it's the main guy, Farron Alex Paul. So he's taken on 179 new volunteers.
Yeah.
Who are going to be doing what he's doing, and they're going to be like branching out. Now, what I thought about the other night, I'm not sure, whereabouts are you, Meesh? Which area?
I'm North London.
Right, okay. Because what I've discovered that South London, there's nothing here. Like
there's nothing here either. Nothing.
There is, So
I'm
thinking security was top of my list and keeping people safe. So I'm still thinking patrols. What I'm thinking is that they're all Faz Amnesty, because Faz Amnesty has the dogs.
Oh, yeah, the dogs are always a good look.
Right, but they're trained to take the weapons. They're trained to find weapons and disarm people with weapons.
My concern is that some of these, what will they not just withdraw the weapon and shoot the dog?
Don't know, but I just think because the other patrols that are being set up, there's another one in Croydon that I've noticed, but I don't think that's with Faz. And I just kept thinking, what would anybody do on a patrol if it, you know, like ops are chasing or there's huge weapons?
Yeah.
What exactly are they going to do on a patrol anyway? Unless
they're either, if it's people running, you're gonna try and put somebody down, stop them, but then you've got the danger of them using the weapon on you.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. But we have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And
it
has to be people who young people will actually can relate to.
Yeah, as well.
Can't be
Faz, they do.
People. It has to be people that young people can relate to. Man, woman or child, black, white, indifferent. It does not matter. But as long as they have some sort of experience in the streets, because you cannot send people who do not have a fucking clue to try and help, talk, reason, anything with these young people. Because if you don't, I hate when people say, oh, I know what you're going through. No, you don't.
No, I know what you mean.
You don't know, but you don't know. It's almost an insult.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not taking it serious because you're just there for whatever you're there for. We who come from the streets, and are that close to the streets, ain't we're very serious, because it is actually heartbreaking. Honestly.
It is.
But
it really is.
In my mind, Faz and the security and all these things, it's the best place to start. Remember when there used to be the guardian angels, or whatever they were called, on the trains?
Yeah, because that's exactly what I was thinking.
And
I've always had
a lot of shit under control in their duration.
Yeah, I've always envisioned, one of my visions have been that the patrols had martial artist, mate. You know, like.
Do you know what, Lee? I've just had a fucking brainwave. I think that the security is amazing, but do you know what? Every single person who is on them streets needs a stab-proof vest.
Yeah,
because
I
they
agree
cannot go
yeah.
out and I would never ever send any other human being out to try and do good but end up 6 foot under, or
Yeah.
even to experience being stabbed, because it's likely, highly likely, that in trying to intervene, it could end up getting a bit messy, sticky. I feel like they all need to be protected in the best way we can.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Now they have the stab-proof jackets, the Faz ones.
oh, all of them have got them.
Yeah, and
All 100 and
somebody
odd
tested
security.
them. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So
This
what
is
we need
what
to
I
do
mean.
is, that is incredible. You know what? I'll have to definitely go back on and look and follow that guy, because you know what?
Yeah.
That actually is touching. I've got goose pimples. For somebody to be that, yeah.
Now, what I thought, what I had a brainwave, because I realised there's nothing in South, right? I was sitting there, I don't know how many weeks ago, thinking, I even reached out to Faz and said, we need your help down here. I haven't heard.
What area is Faz in?
Huh?
What area is Faz in?
I think it might be North London. So
no, I would have heard of him. And if it is, it's not this part of North London.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking, because I'm thinking of this myself, start a GoFundMe. If we could find out how much it will cost to literally have them, literally have Faz set up patrols in our area.
Yes, that's what
I'll raise some money,
because he clearly knows what he's doing. He's got the blueprint. So we need to really hope that he will work with us in order to help us, and I'm sure he will help as much as he can. He has got the blueprint.
I was going to ask somebody.
I think you need to have a discussion with him, some sort of a meeting in private with him, so you can really talk properly.
I keep trying, Meesh. This is why I was just going to ask anybody else. He doesn't get back to me.
All right, don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I don't think it's purposeful. We'll just keep on knocking. That's what you do, in it? When people ain't answering, you keep on knocking.
Yeah. So what I thought, if we could get an idea,
I'll give him a message when we get off this live as well.
Brilliant. Now he's got his own GoFundMe. I just thought of that. So he's got his own GoFundMe that's raising money for his patrol. So maybe we could just aim for that amount. So we could literally start the GoFundMe.
But the thing about us starting off of our backs a GoFundMe, there ain't really like an audience, right? A target audience. Now, if Faz can back it, then what
that's exactly right. So yes, I would love you to help.
Or I think he's got the blueprint. Clearly,
he has.
And you would think in your mind, we'll set up a GoFundMe, say what it's for, and everybody cares, and we'll get all this and we'll get all that. Don't work like that for some reason.
No.
There's styles and kicks, and there's ways, man. He's got the blueprint, and
this is what I mean.
I hope that he would be willing to sort of guide us at least.
Yeah.
Because his number one concern might be, I've got to sort my whatever out. And that would be fine and admirable. So all we really would be asking for is a little bit of help. And whatever we get on top, if we get on top, would be a bonus.
Yes.
But it's just about getting through to him.
Yeah. But
so what we need to do is get as many people as possible to tag him.
Yes. Yeah, we could try that. But we haven't done that over the years.
You can't think, I can't do that. Yeah, you can fucking do it. You can do whatever it fucking takes. Yeah. And that's the bottom line. You do whatever it takes at any cost. Yeah. Otherwise, you're not interested. You can't say what to help.
Meesh, I'm just going to take on ROTTWEILER. He's one of my artists. He's always got a lot to say. All right? Right, let's put him on. Okay. Da, da, da. But yeah, I'm 100 with Faz's security patrols, and I was thinking, you know, like if that was all across the UK.
Yeah.
Yay!
God bless.
Hey,
Hey,
Rottweiler.
Rottweiler.
Hello, darling. You all right?
Yeah.
I just got back in.
You got back line.
Just been paid.
Yeah, hang on, is your mic all right? Because it's crackling.
Is it crackling? Is it bad?
Oh, it's a little bit better, yeah. That's good enough.
Yeah. If anything,
That's all right.
cool. Sorry. Yeah, no, my tune was just played on 1 Extra.
Oh,
555.
oh, big up, man.
That's,
Yeah,
you know
man.
what?
Well
Good
done.
for you. Good
Yeah.
for you, Rottweiler.
Yeah. Thank
Good
you.
for you,
Yeah, man. Like,
That's
obviously.
amazing. That's good
Yeah,
news.
man. So I just.
How do you
Thank you,
feel
darling.
about
Thank you.
that?
Yeah, man. I just. Do you know what it is? I've been on BBC One Extra before, like even before I got signed in that. And to beat that, my new single be promoted, first time aired. Like,
Who's the DJ?
yeah.
What DJ played it?
Yeah.
No, what DJ
I think
played
I
it?
just gave it to BBC One
And
Extra
they actually
when my
played
agent
it?
and them did, and they just they played it. I've got the recording on my thing, like they just played it a
Oh,
quick
good for
exclusive
you.
promo
You
thing
know
for me.
what, Rottweiler? That is
So,
incredible news.
Isn't it good?
thank you, babe.
Honestly, that's amazing.
Thank you, I appreciate
And
it.
you know
Yeah.
what, yeah,
Thank you.
Rottweiler? Be humble with it, all right? And don't let it go to
Do you
your
know
head.
what? I'm never. Do you know what it is?
When I
Every
asked you,
success I
first thing you
get.
said is, you know what, I've already been on. That don't matter. Be humble with any little new thing you get. Because what you got before is
Yeah,
gone.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
gone. It's gone.
Yeah, no, of course, no. But do you know what it is with my success? I don't forget it in it.
That's
I just
good.
turn it into another page.
And I admire
I
that.
just
That's
turn
why
it
I
into
admire it.
another.
You've got to remember where you
Yeah,
come from and
I
all
just.
your fight and
Yeah, of
struggle.
course.
And
Yeah, of
you
course.
know
Do you know what it
Well
is? It's
done,
more though. It's
Rottweiler.
mentality.
As soon as I get
Yeah.
off this live, I'll be going straight to your site to listen to it.
Yeah, me too.
No, I love you for that.
What's it
Love you
called?
for that.
What's it called, Rottweiler?
No, but honestly, I just thought I'd come to you to talk about the knife
I
thing.
know,
Like,
but
obviously.
all right, we'll get back to that. The knife crime, Rottweiler.
Did you hear what we
No, I love, darling. Nice to meet. Yeah, like obviously, like, do you know what it is? It's all about mentality. And nowadays, this day and age, right now, it's all about getting straps and merits, and that's what's making people lose their lives. Like, and people gotta understand, if you can go home and you can make it home, you're a winner. You've made it home. You've won.
Mm-hmm.
Because nowadays, even as a female, it's hard for a female to even walk streets. Not because of us men. It's because of men. It's because of men's stupid. It's because of men's stupidity.
Yeah.
So it aligns them to not conciliate, to actually manifest what they're actually processing. You understand what I'm saying?
Can we have less of those big words?
Yeah.
We're talking layman's terms, please.
He's so
Thank you very
clever,
much.
isn't he?
I'm on my phone.
Sorry, like obviously, sometimes people process what their eyes don't really see,
Yeah.
and you've got to look at it like this. All of us humans look at things upside down before it's upright. So people are always quick to open their mouth before it's turned upright. So when people see certain things, they're looking at upside down. And with this knife thing,
It's upside down.
I blame the elders before me who could have made a difference.
Yeah.
Because do you know what it is? Because, sorry, darling, let me stop you. Sorry, babe. Like, now you're cool, sweet. It's like adults back then should have made a path for us now.
Yeah,
so now they've made us adults, because me and I'm still young, 30, I'm in my youngness, but at the more time they've made it harder for us to actually communicate with the youngsters metaphorically. And people don't fuck with logistics.
Yeah, no one
I
wants to
fuck
know
with
about
logistics.
that. And then, and even
no, but they need to. But sorry, darling, I'll let you talk. Sorry, go on, sorry.
Even the way you speak, and you're like a philosopher. You've got knowledge. I get that. And that is how it should be. But if you try to have a conversation on that level, they'd be lost. And not,
you know why people
I'd be able to talk like that. That's not the point. The point is that they're gonna look at you sideways, cuz.
Yeah, but you know what it is? People are already looking at us sideways.
Yeah.
We're black.
No, right.
We're black. You gotta understand this. Our black culture has been defied to be looked at negative. It's been a plan, a solution. It's not an evolution.
It's been engineered from before we were even born.
It's been right. So when black people came onto this earth, the world, the realm, the society, they've already made a paper about us. They've already made a front cover of us to say these people love them to a minimum, but don't trust them to the extent. And it comes like this. Black people are doing the most evilest thing
To each other.
but expect us black people, but us black people, no, but us black, no, but make us black people be the ones to fix it. Why should some black people fix it when all black people can fix it?
Yeah,
and I don't like where, and I don't, and constantly people try to deprive people's imminence of the consistency of the actual formation of information that we all have as a men and women. And it comes like this. I'm a big guy. You'll see me publicly. You'll be like, raw, Rottweiler is big. And people will just look at image. This is the thing right now.
Yeah.
People look at image and instantly get a book.
Yeah.
You don't know the book until you read the book.
Absolutely.
You don't know the book because you've got the title on the book. The title may not actually be on that conception of that, on that context, on that book.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So people in this day and age really need to think and know, you know what? That woman's got feeling.
Yeah.
That man's got feeling.
Yeah.
We need to start thinking instead of shrinking.
Yeah.
Yeah? I'll say that again. We need to start thinking instead of shrinking.
Yeah. I understood
because
that
the more
thank you very much.
because the more
I'll tell you, you are so right. Everything you have just said, you're absolutely right. And you're right, even when you
thank you.
Why should it just be some black people? Let us fix it as a race, as a people.
I believe, and you know what? I love white people.
I love what my mum.
You know why I love white?
My mum's white, my dad's white.
You know what it is? This is what I'm saying. Like, I love white people.
White.
I say this to some of the man in my. I say this to my people in my crew, my camp in it. Some of them man look up and like, like, what do you mean you love white people?
Yeah, I go through that.
White people are us. What? Do you know what? White people are us. You know, it's just they got a lighter skin. All right, let me tell you how. Because this may sound weird. White people, do the same thing to us, but us black people do stuff to the maximum. Yeah. We do stuff to the maximum. Us black people don't fear consequences. Some white people do. So it comes to a point like this. It's not about race.
It's
not about race.
Let's have it right. The person hosting this very live is not black, and the greater concern is black on black knife crime and every other crime.
Yeah. Sorry, sorry, my abs in that. Sorry. Yeah.
When it comes to getting this, trying to do something to heal this sickness, color cannot be even.
Do you know what it is? It's not a sickness though. But you know what it is, darling? It's not a sickness. It's an infection.
It's not. It's an infection, not a sickness.
No, sickness and an infection is two different formation or formats of duplication.
I've got an infection.
Two different formats.
You know what you mean when you say infection? An infection is bad. It's not a good. It's sexist. You know that one that can. No, you don't even have to have for fun.
Exactly. Exactly.
We've got Master Knowledge. We've got here.
Oh, sorry. Do you want to bring him on? Shall I come off? Shall I come off?
You don't have to come off.
No, he's saying race doesn't exist. We are one human family divided into tribes. Please do not
exist, but it can't be on the list of importance. It just cannot be a thing.
With this,
you're not black, Lee. You're not black, but yet you're very committed to the cause.
Every time I go to studio. I do two jobs in it. I work with my management, and then after that, I've got to help disabled. I've got to look after disabled people. And it's like every time I walk the road, even when I go to the shops, people look at me and automatically think, yeah, he's bad. He's gonna do something bad. And do you know what it is? You know why? I'll be real with you, darling. It doesn't bother me because I know who I am as a man. Intelligent, hardworking, powerful. You understand? I know who I am. Like I've been called. I was called.
Rick wants
you get me? Like yeah, that's cool. Like I was called. I was called a pedo for helping kids 2 years ago.
Called a what?
Like I was taking kids. pedo for helping kids because I took kids out every
my
Sunday off the
God.
roads. I
Hey,
took kids.
Ricky.
I took kids. I
Yeah.
took kids. I took kids off the. I took kids off the streets
Oh,
Good to
wow.
to
see
play
you.
You're
football with them.
already
Like the
actively.
mums knew, the mums knew, the kids knew, the mums knew me, the brothers, the parents knew me. I always make sure when I speak to a younger, I know the family.
But you know what, Rottweiler?
And then
You see that? I'm not even shocked or astonished or surprised. Because if I was going to get into that line of work, I would expect it.
yeah, I had it for 11 years. I had it for 11 years. They tried to stop my management.
You didn't give up.
I had it.
And that's what
They've done this for 11 years. And you know what it is as well? And some of them, yeah, darling, I know. And some of them come on the Instagram when I'm on live and they come as trolls and they start talking shit. And it's
I get that sometimes as well, mate, you know.
Rottweiler, I'm proud of you, you know. You're black. You was a
thank you, baby.
You
Thank you.
but you didn't give up. And that's
I love you,
what
sweetie.
separates the men from the boys.
Yeah, of course. But do you know what it is? Do you know what it is with me though? I don't give up in it. I'm God's creation. I'm God's power, energy. Like I'm on this earth for a reason.
That makes me
You understand? I'm on this earth for a reason. It's either I'm on this. It's like it's either I'm on this earth to make love to women, to make their body feel good, or I'm here to love their soul, or I'm here to do all. Or I'm here to just, or I'm here to just put women back together. Either way, I have a substance of reasons why I'm here, and no one can do me nothing. And it's like I've been macheted, everything. I've been stabbed there. I've been macheted there. I've been stabbed in my heart there.
Oh my God! I'm so glad you're
actually a victim of knife crime.
Oh.
Yeah, macheted. Yeah, it was. I got set up. I went in, and then they dug it, and then smacked. I did that.
You had that when you first come on.
Yeah, that's it.
I know what type noise.
Hey, welcome, Ricky. How you doing?
Hello, Ricky.
Sorry, Ricky.
All right.
Hey, good to see you, man.
He's good, yeah. I'm all good, mate.
Well, nice to hear you.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining, Ricky.
Yes, thank you. So, have you been listening to what we were saying, or if you know,
you want to repeat it? Would you like to repeat it?
Live there and clicked on you and got halfway. I jumped in halfway through the conversation. Little Georgia and that have just gone. We've just recorded a couple of bits there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Sick,
so
to be honest,
we're literally just talking knife crime solutions.
You know what? I think sorry, sweet. Sorry.
That's all right. Go on.
Go on.
No. I was thinking. I think it would be a better solution if police had a lot more respect.
Yeah.
Towards us.
I think
Wasn't we just talking about that, Lee?
Yeah.
And I think to myself, because police are.
I said to Lee,
sorry, darling.
Come on, I don't even trust him, and I'm a big woman.
Yeah, no, I don't trust them because they put me on record for certain things that I didn't even do for fighting. Yeah, I'm on record for fighting. I'm on for fighting, a lot of fighting. One firearm thing. It wasn't even to do with me.
Wow.
And they still put me on that day. You get me? So
it
was a mad thing, and I was like, and it's like they put me for a firearm. That firearm, and yeah, cool. I was with the person that had the clips and everything, but it was nothing to do with me. But they thought I'm black. They still put up my record. You get what I'm trying to say? So that don't faze me. Whatever's on my name, what people try spread rumor. How I see it is, yeah, police are criminals in uniform. Police are criminals in uniform. Straight up.
Gang.
I said to Lee before,
yeah, police. Yeah, police. Right. Yeah, and police are the new Ku Klux Klan in the 21st century. That's how I look. Police are the new Klux Klan. When they see, if I walk the road with Frost now, if I walk with my brother there now, they'll look at Frost, but they make sure they'll keep an eye on me.
You're the big guy. You're the most threatening.
Right, because I look vicious. Yeah, I'm a vicious guy. Yeah, he's a big guy. He's 6'3", I'm 5'8". You get me? But when you see me in person, you'll be like, bro.
But honestly,
yeah, you get me? You know, I'm 5'8".
That turning around is is a long time coming. So we need to I think, yeah, that I don't know. Is there even a way out? We need to stop the ones who are willing to do it from thinking that they have to do it. And I
We
feel
need
that
peace,
that's
not war.
but how do you reach them? How do you get to them? Because you can think that you're protecting your kid or the kids in this like Lee said in the last meeting. They're not even safe in the youth club. They're not safe in their own yard. They're running up in people's mum's drums.
No, but you gotta look at it like this. Yeah, you gotta look at it like this. You see, the police, they've already stated us people.
Yeah, but
They stated us. They say. Do you know what they say? I research a lot and I read books a lot. They say white man is a con man, a Jamaican man is a gunman, an African man is a con artist. You understand? They're already putting us colours as measurements.
Yeah, I feel like we can't be dependent upon the police. We already know they're not.
But you know what it is?
Interested.
And this is
been clear for years.
They've never been. And this is what I try to tell the teams, and I try to tell the teams, especially my youngsters.
Seriously, they need to be.
No, this is what I'm saying, and this is why I speak to my youngsters as well. I tell them, I say, listen,
and then
police can
punish people on murder charges, but in the end, put them away for 15 to 20 years for money laundering and drugs because they've got a bonus when they turn up at the house for the geezer. They're not no longer.
Listen, I got arrested.
Fuck the police.
Yeah, because I got arrested.
Not a purpose in this situation. Because in my opinion, Rottweiler, to get it back round to any sort of what it should have been, I don't think is even a possibility. I'm not even lying. I think what we need to do.
Do you know what it is? I'll be real with you.
Figure out ways of trying to do it ourselves.
Yeah, that made sense, Chantel. That didn't, Chantel. No, but do you know what it is as well? Like last year, I got arrested for having 3 little nuggets of weed, and they said I was a drug dealer. And all of this balaki, they pushed me, they kicked me off the wall, they pushed me into the pond, they pulled a taser out on me, all of that, and then
imagine that,
and then all of that, and then after all of that, and then after all of, and then after all of that, yeah, and after all of that, they realized I wasn't a drug dealer, and they said I tried to run away, and I wasn't trying to run away. I have heart problems. I've got a bad heart for the rest of my life. I'm a premature baby. So I'm trying to tell the officers, every time I tell the officers I have a bad heart, they mimic me or they laugh.
Yeah,
I feel like
I've been through shit. That's what I'm saying. I've been through shit, and it's like, and they still they gave me a caution after all of that, a caution.
Right, you know.
And it's like, you could have just get.
They're not any use. So let us get back to the matter at hand and figure out ways to get on without them, because they're not, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. We need to do it ourselves.
It's no point. It's no point.
Yeah.
Right.
Sitting here thinking they're going to do anything, because they're not.
Right. I want to put another solution that I had on the list, which was beef squashing. Having people out.
You know what? I love you. I love you, sweet. I love you. You're a beautiful woman. But that's it. You know what it is? That's a myth. That's a myth, boo. That's a myth. You know what it is now? People want to be a bad man to get gal. They want to be a bad man to say that they're running. Do you know what being a bad man is? You need to explain to you what a bad man is. A bad man is someone that can handle their own priorities and their personal responsibilities. I.e., be a man, look after yourself, work your normal 9 to 5. Working a 9 to 5 don't make you a pussy. Working a 9 to 5 don't make you less of a man. Working a 9 to 5 doesn't make you not the most handsome man to a woman. Working a 9 to 5 doesn't make you a weak man. Working a 9 to 5 doesn't make you look like you can't handle a woman physically or mentally. A 9 to 5 doesn't make you feel less of a man. A 9 to 5 doesn't make you look broke. And this is what I'm trying to get. Some people are lucky. Yeah, I'm signed. I'm signed. I get money for my team. Yeah, cool. But some ain't lucky. So use that lucky as a good advantage to yourself. Get a job. Yeah. Ladies, get a job. Stop relying on certain men.
That are still involving themselves in stuff. They've been signed. Exactly. They're living the dream. And they're still involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. But the thing is about they're still involved. Yeah, they got a 9 to 5 and they're still getting...
That even when somebody wants to come off of the road, that don't mean shit, because there's people that are still on the road, I've got unfinished business with you. So even if it's 10 years, 5 years later, they still, wherever they see you, they want to have it out. You can't just walk away.
Yeah, do you know what it is though? Do you know what it is though? Do you know why there's so much gang? So much, I'm gonna get you, or don't say nothing like that, I'm gonna get you, all of this. Listen, do you know what it is? It comes to it like this, and I'll be real with you, I'm a big grown adult, I'll be real with you. All of this bad man talk, all of this bad man watch when I catch you thing is all a myth to me. Because if you are a bad man don't talk. Yeah? If you're a real gangster, you gangsters don't talk.
ROTTWEILER. It's not about, I don't even like that fucking title, bad man. Look, you're missing the point. Whether it's bad man or not a bad man, they're killing people with knives.
Yeah, they're killing knives. Yeah, they're killing people with knives because this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm telling you. They think they're bad man because doing.
They're actually seeing them and doing it. We know that people.
Yeah, they're doing it, but yeah, do you know why? Do you know why most of the youngers are doing it? But do you know why most of the youngers are doing it? Because it's the dumb elders that are manipulating them.
That's what
it is. You see the parents doing it.
I can go and tell a 10-year-old. I can go and groom a 10-year-old now. I can go and tell a younger. I can go a 10-year-old now. Go stab him. I'll buy you
because everyone's talking over everyone.
It's structure. They don't need structure. They need parents. They need parents.
I love your
They need parents. Fuck that. They need parents. Too much mums and dads who go over like their brothers and sisters. Yeah, be a parent. There's too much. No, listen, no, hear me, please. I beg you.
We're quiet.
ROTTWEILER, you are everything you are saying is bang on the fucking money. And what is even more helpful is that you firsthand have experienced a big barrage of different scenarios and situations. Streets, police, what you've been called something. But ROTTWEILER, yeah, and I love your passion. But you know what, yeah? We need to structure this and we can't keep screaming and talking over each other. We have to let one talk, then the other talk, then the other talk. I'm just as bad, yeah? I've cut Lee so many times.
No, of course, I apologize. Sorry, I apologize.
Don't apologize. You ain't done nothing wrong.
I'm just going to say, LEILA's on the live. Right, I've got LEILA's here. Right? I'd like to take her live, but someone's going to have to come off.
Who's there?
My friend LEILA, who was on yesterday.
I'll come off.
ROTTWEILER, stay in the comments.
Do you want to pop off?
All right, Frost, stay there. You just came in. F. Stay there, Frosty.
Peace, bro.
Yeah, all right, love. All right, then.
Cool.
All right, love. All right, bye.
All right, love. Come back on, though. Right. Yeah, so I'm going to try and get LEILA now. Where is she
just before, if you need me to come up, just say the word.
Yeah, no, stay on because you're doing great.
Come on.
You're doing great.
What's the other guy called that? Come on, sorry.
Ricky.
Hi, Ricky.
And he's an artist of mine, shining out in Middlesbrough.
Oh, Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
Quayside.
Yeah.
Smoggies are in the place.
You know.
I've got a couple more songs to send you there, brand spanking new that are on levels.
I can't wait to play your
I've got about 4 I've just written that I've starting the clock as well. So lots to come.
Brilliant.
Lots to come in the next 2 weeks.
Right, so with knife crime where you are, what's going on where you are?
It's rife. God, we were knife capital of Europe at one point. It was proper bad. It was proper bad at one point. God, I've been stabbed a couple of times, mate.
Have you?
Got stabbed in the chest.
Oh my God!
Got stabbed in the chest there. I've been stabbed in the back of the leg. Stabbed in the back of this leg.
You've been through a lot already.
Oh God, I've been through mega wars, me. Not just the accident. Fucking hell, the accident sent me crackers. So I was off the. I didn't know what was up with me, so I was ranched at one point. You know what I mean? That's what a head injury does to you.
God, but
Sends
you
fucking
are
crazy.
amazing. You are
And then I
absolutely
just had to
amazing.
get a grip of everything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
God, you got to think I've lived with this now since I was 16-year-old. You know what I mean? So for 10 years of it, I didn't want any help or anything, and then I started getting help and that, and then here I am now.
You're doing amazing. Right, we've got someone else, JMS Music. He wants to come on.
JMS, he's a rapper.
I'm gonna try. Hang on. Oh, and we've got. I didn't realise we've still got Captain Rambo, man. Come on the live in a bit. All right.
Hi, Captain.
Hey.
Where's LEILA?
She's I keep requesting, but it's not going through. She's there. Try one more time. See if we can get her through. But yes, so the solution.
I really appreciated Rottweiler's input. You know, that was. I would like to have, you know, like maybe a more intimate, maybe a face like a Zoom or something with him, because he, and maybe even Ricky also, because the first-hand people are, you know, I think it's like I say no. Oh, I know what you're
going for. Yay! Hey!
Is that LEILA?
Welcome, Lee.
Hello, LEILA.
Nice to meet you guys.
Good to see you.
Nice to meet you, girl.
Good to see you all.
We've got MEESH, who you met the other day. Ricky, one of my artists. Smashing
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to
Good
meet
to see you, darling.
Meet
Very
you.
good to see you. Now, no.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying listening to you guys. It's always interesting.
It's been brilliant, hasn't it? It's so good to hear people, you know, just, their opinions, you know, their experiences.
That's what it is, isn't it? It's all about stories behind everything, because behind every single bit of, every single word that comes out of my mouth in my lyrics is a story behind everything. You get me?
You
Yeah,
get
yeah.
lyrics, man.
Story as well, because some things like I mix up. That'll be on the same story, but like on different circumstances, if you get me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know
So
what?
it's good, like expressing, like
story after story.
it's been my release for so many years. You know what I mean?
We can't
Yeah.
into
Just
stories.
want to shout out Big P. Big P's just joined us as well.
And Lee, hi, Big P,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for you to join. You said you'd be
Yeah.
on 5. We spoke before. That was the start. Big
We're
P.
not happy, mate.
I'll have the
And we've got somebody called A. Claude says, would love
You know
to jump
what,
on if possible.
Lee, you know what
Yeah.
I think, yeah? I feel like I need to come out so you can let some other people in, but I want you to really let Rottweiler back in, because I feel like he's very, I just feel like he can really, really have some good input. And I can always listen to it after. And then when you're finished, you and I can talk privately, and no disrespect to anyone. It's not that it's private, but after this, because I feel like everybody else should get a chance.
Yeah. Right.
That's
But
fine,
let
sis.
me come out for a minute. Stay on for a bit.
No, I'll stay on. I'll stay here.
Just for this bit now. Now LEILA's on, because what we wanted to kind of focus on was the weapon sellers, because that was was the what's going on online. Because it's shocking. It's absolutely shocking.
Because you can pick anything up on the black market now. You can pick anything up on either, in all fairness.
You can,
so my question is, then, why are we focusing so much on the youths then? Don't we need to have an equal focus on the arms dealers?
Yeah.
At the top?
Yeah.
Because they're profiting off of everyone's deaths, and they're not even using, as much as it would be hypocritical, they're not even using that money to put back into the communities to help make a solution.
Yeah.
They're just, using it for their own interests.
And when we spoke about that, I think yesterday or the day before, you were saying that, we need to embarrass them for what they're doing.
Yeah, we need to call them out. So the same way, not to go off track, but even in China at the moment with the whole pandemic, they're shaming people on the news for jaywalking, like not paying their bills and so on and so forth. And that is so minute in terms of scale, in terms of young kids losing their lives on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So if they can shame people on the news for jaywalking, why can we not shame the weapons industry? But obviously they've got their own monetary interests, so you know they're not gonna call each other out. So it's our job to do that. Do you get what I mean?
Yes. So definitely, because I looked into a couple of different online companies and I was horrified with one of them, the Anglo Arms.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, they're literally, they've got distributors everywhere. They've got loads. They're the cheapest place, they say, to buy a knife. But the gift, it's like they've got gift packs, you know, 4 packs of Rambos.
Yeah. Almost to like entitled to market it to you.
Yeah, and,
which I think is
entitled with film names. You know, like
like the Godfather or something like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought I better put a filter on because my face looks a bit dry.
The filters are good, aren't they?
They are. They do help.
But yeah, we definitely got to do something about this. I know there's another organisation called Peace and Love Movement. They've done a lot in respect to, you know, like contacting people and trying to get them closed down. They've got a petition going at the moment to try and get the law changed, but then the law, that could take a good few years, even if, you know, and they have to get the signatures first. But it's like, what are we going to do now, you know, to actually embarrass them, to, you know, I think it would be good to get some kind of plan that we can work.
Well, I think the first thing to do is to create awareness so that, you know, parents and any youngsters that we can capture their attention of, to let them know, look, these are the people that are sending you these things. Because I done a bit of research today and I found out that I think it's Mitsubishi and Rolls-Royce are actually large arms distributors as well.
Oh my God.
They were not military arms, don't they?
Yeah, it's shocking, isn't it?
Oh my God, the mouths are open now.
But you've got to think most of these big companies do.
Quiet for some reason.
Wow.
You see anything with electrics and mechanics is going to do some sort of arms. If it's not tanks, it's guns, it's knives, it's it can range from anything, and it's so easy to get it on the black market. It's all right, like it's all right getting one, but there's always another one who's going to come take that place. You know what I mean? It's all a big vicious circle.
One moment, I can't hear you very well.
That's all right, darling. But yeah, I see what you mean.
It's all a big vicious circle, really, because there's always going to be something else and something else, because there's that many different places producing arms to thingy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A. Claude is saying they're a campaigner
I'm
from
a
London.
campaigner from London.
All starts from education. Yeah.
That's what it is. Like, you surround yourself with them things and you are going to use them things. And you see, when you're in that frame of mind, when you're full of drugs and you're full of this, that and the other, and you've got some of them things, you'd use them without a split second of a doubt. You know what I mean? Because you don't know what frame of mind that you're in when you're on them drugs and shit. You know what I mean? Fucking hell, I've been there, done that. You know what I mean? And fucking, it's not nice. Not nice.
Not at all. But yeah, they're literally taking the piss. These online sellers, blatant, you know, Snapchat, eBay. I've heard. And they don't, you know, they know exactly what they're being used for. And even they're asking people if they'd like a stab-proof jacket to go with it when they're buying. Awful, man. But yes, so definitely we need to come up with some ideas to do something with the online. To be honest, the shops need closing down.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, that sounds well clear.
Loud and clear.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wicked.
Perfect. Yeah, really, really good.
Cool.
Yeah. So what suggestions, Lee, do you reckon?
Well, I think we should, it's going to be a bit, you know, close to the neck, but I think we should go about researching who the actual founders are of these companies and going about publicly shaming them and also writing, well, maybe not shaming them because, you know, the position that they're in, we wouldn't want to upset anyone too much because they got a lot of power, do you know what I mean? But at the same time, because they have a lot of power, if you can kind of get them to listen to you, which may be incredibly hard because obviously they put money first. But if we can do it in a way where, you know, how would you feel if it was your children in this position? Maybe it might get them to think and just write to them personally, you know, just whether they've got Twitter, whether you can find their address. Just, you know, if a load of us sort of bombard them with our concerns, maybe, small chance they might listen. And if they don't listen, we might at least draw attention to the situation.
That sounds like a plan, my dear.
Yeah.
Right.
A very ambitious one, but it can be done.
But I like it. Something we can all jump on. I saw your tweet today, actually. And I need to be tweeting more. So yes, if we can, everybody up on the live, if you haven't got Twitter, try and get it. Make sure we're all following each other, so that we can, start.
Stay connected.
Yeah.
I'll add that to my bio today, so you guys know where to find it.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Right. Fantastic. Yeah. Right, Chantelle's saying to go there with camera crew and ask them on camera after writing and pre-warning. Yeah,
that's an excellent idea. Yes.
Yeah.
No, you can't escape video footage. There's no harder evidence than that.
Yeah.
That's an excellent idea.
Yeah, I love that. Really love that. Thank
you. I like
that. For that. Really like it. A Claude saying I've got some ideas if required. Brilliant. Right, should we get A Claude up on the live?
Yeah, get more while back in as well.
Okay, let me do A Claude first.
I've just got to nip in the shop.
Oh, right, okay. But come back, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to come back.
All right.
10 minutes.
Okie-dokie. All right, big up.
10 minutes. See you soon.
Love, yeah? All right.
Take care.
And you, love.
Nice to meet you. Bye.
I'm going to try A Claude, all right? Brilliant. But yeah, no, I love that, Chantelle.
That was a wicked idea.
Yeah, I like that.
Maybe we could even do a bit where we do one where they know we're coming on camera, and then we could do a hidden camera and see do the responses vary.
Yes.
Hi. Oh, hi. Can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, good to see you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
You too.
Good to meet you as well. So I think those were good ideas, but also what you could also add on is once you've got the information, you possibly could have a peaceful protest outside the Home Secretary, because it will bring crowd, and it will also make crowds think what are the issues, and then you can explain to them that these are the issues, and then it will probably bring press or those other be interested in understanding of how action needs to be taken and of how serious this situation is.
We could even try and get our own press, and perhaps we could even do the same movement outside the embassy, because the embassy is what, you know, is in charge of the exports and all of that.
Brilliant. Yes.
Yeah, that's a very good idea.
Outside, you know, like the Houses of Parliament, City Hall, but nothing's really come of that, to the point that I was thinking, where else, you know, even thinking about maybe going to outside MPs' houses as well.
Yeah.
But I love.
And also, what I would love to contribute is to say that the systems are broken, and what the problem is, education is really not. You could say it's not equipped for the modern multicultural society that we're living in. And also, it's not understanding youth. The youth are not listened to. And I am a campaigner of the Clause 50 law, which can be found in my link in bio. So do feel free to support it, because it's looking at reform of education. That's more working and understanding for special educational needs and people with neurodiverse. And
Wow,
also the
amazing.
importance of people's stories as well, because people's stories are not involved in these actions. So yeah, do feel free to check that out. And yeah, those are my contributions. Thank you for having me.
Big up to you, yeah. Thank you for joining us today.
Could you message me your details, because I'm not going to remember that, but I would really like to stay in contact with you.
Please.
Yeah.
I'll really
I'll put my Instagram here.
Okay, I'll write it
or
down.
drop me a DM at this. Yeah.
And we'll support you.
Thank you.
There.
Can, all right? Okay.
100%.
Thank you.
Well, nice to meet you. Take care.
Peace and love with you all.
Peace and love.
All right. Lovely. Oh, that was lovely.
She's sweet.
Yeah. Oh.
She's really sweet. But did she put her? Oh, A Claude. Yeah. Let me quickly jot that down.
A Claude. Yeah.
I
can't wait to check that out, what she was saying in her bio and that. So
yeah, I know she just kind of brushed on the surface there, but it sounds like she's really getting, what did she say, something to do with, I don't know, the brain or something like that. I think that is the pathway we need to be heading down. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, no, definitely. It's definitely looked into. So,
because it's trauma, isn't it? And anyone that's had trauma, they have to, like, because even CBT, you know, war veterans and so on and so forth, they have to undergo the same thing. And I'm pretty sure these kids have pretty much got CPTSD.
Yeah.
Same like if you was on a battlefield. Yeah.
That's exactly. There's a war going down on the streets. Definitely.
Yeah. Yep. It's a shame.
And I'm, you know, everything we've said today, I definitely think that getting together, tweeting, doing what we can to bring awareness for the weapons selling.
Yeah, 100%.
Problem. It's I'd say that's pretty near the top of the list.
Yes. And I think also calling the people out. Sorry, Lee.
That's right. I've just said a lot of good ideas today.
We should also be writing them down. I don't know if we're going to remember all of them because there've been so many.
Yeah, no, I think we will.
But I think amongst us we can kind of, we can kind of remember them.
Yes.
Yeah. I was thinking we could even maybe do like some really dramatic demonstrations. You know, like you said, do a protest outside the MPs' houses. Yeah. Or we could even reenact a dramatic stabbing, which is actually fake. Oh. And then they come out their house like, oh my God, somebody's been attacked on my drive. And no, we're not. But this is what it's like to live in our area, mate. How did that feel? Yeah. How did that feel for you?
That. Yeah. I'd be up for that.
Because Extinction Rebellion had a similar thing where they had those weird women walking around those red robes. Did you see that?
No, I don't think I did. Who was that?
I'll send you something later.
Yeah.
No, that was Extinction Rebellion.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes. I didn't see it, though.
Which I personally think are controlled opposition. But anyway, I'll leave that to something else. But I'm just saying in regards to their tactics, their shock tactics, I think was really effective.
Yeah. And that's what I think that them kind of things work for the shock.
Yeah.
So that's exactly the type of things. Because just the normal, you know, let's do a march or let's do... And it's like also having some demands, like you know what it is we're asking for as well. You know, like
because I think they're used to us walking around the banners and saying "Save our sons." Da, da, da. They're just like, whatever, shut up. Yeah. We're still going to carry on. Do you know what I mean? We're still going to make our sales.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Just to answer Chantel, she's saying about my Twitter. Yeah, it's Let the Youth Live. And she's saying, yep, it's going to be amazing. Big P TV says, good idea. Never heard of that idea. That's different. It certainly is. And we like different ones. You know what I mean? Things people haven't seen before. So, brilliant. Yeah. A Claude saying they are always looking for partnerships. Brilliant. But yes, thank you for blessing the live earlier. It's good to see you. But yes, so yeah, I think we've got quite a few things now to be getting on with.
Dealing with 100%. In
relation. So we've got the patrols. I don't think you heard that bit actually earlier, Lee. That literally,
what was that?
you know the patrols that Faz is doing, Faz Amnesty?
Yeah.
Literally the other night, it just came to me and I thought, you know, I've always thought everywhere needs a patrol, but I actually think we need a uniform patrol in the way that they're the same patrols throughout the whole of London, say, for starters.
Yeah.
So he's got, like Meesh was saying before, he looks like he's got the blueprint for what is necessary to keep people safe. It's all angles are covered, because I was starting to get a little bit worried thinking about patrols a little while ago, thinking they'd need to be able to, obviously they'd all be wearing stab proof vests, but what exactly are they going to do against huge weapons?
Yeah.
And I think, bloody hell, I don't want it to then be a scenario of us hearing about people working, trying to help, and stuff's happening to them. So
yeah.
literally, I was writing down from last week's live, or Sunday's live, I wrote down, I've got a few ideas, just thinking what's our priority right now. And I would say it is our safety, being safe, being, feeling safe. So I'm going to look into it. We're going to try and speak to Faz to see if he can give us a hand so that we could get them set up in our own areas. But it will be his people, his stab-proof jackets, his dogs, you know, because at the minute they're getting a lot of, you know, dogs and training them up and stuff. But they're trained for people with weapons, finding weapons, and then obviously at the same time they do the amnesty so people can hand them in weapons. So as far as I'm concerned, I feel like that is good to go. He's doing that. I feel like people need to think about their own areas to try and get that in their area, even if it's GoFundMe's, raising money. But we'd literally need Faz to actually help with that in the way of, you know, telling us how. We'd need help, wouldn't we? Because we don't, you know, to set one of them up.
And I think also to expand on that as well, like once he sort of helps rehabilitate these areas, I think the same kids need to be taught how to, you know, combat in a positive way, because also what we don't want to do is take away their ability to defend themselves, because we do live in a hostile world where war is happening. So we don't want to teach them that it's wrong to defend yourself. We want to teach them the right way to defend yourself and when. Not against somebody locally in your area over a pair of trainers, the way they looked at you. They're selling drugs in your territory or whatever. That's all bollocks. But I mean, if you've got like an entire corrupt, tyrannical government trying to attack you, we don't want to take away their power where they're going to be, you know, scared little shaky leaves. We need men in our communities that are still going to stand up and want to protect the women and the children. But at the same time, we need their mindset to be correct so they're not using that energy for the wrong thing. So it's a very thin line that we're navigating on, but I think it can be done because really it's just a tribal way of thinking. You know? It's just misplaced.
Yes, no, definitely. Now, one of the other things I wanted to throw out there, which we've talked about in the past on the lives, which was a gang truce, a peace treaty. And is that something that could work? I don't know how we'd all go.
I think so.
I think we could as well.
Yeah, I think so. But I think it's going to start, because obviously we know how the kind of this pyramid scheme of gang culture goes. You've got the elders at the top, then you've got like the middle-aged, and you've got the youngers, so to speak. So I think the only way you're going to get everyone else to fall into line is if you get the ones at the top, the elders, to kind of engage, because you can try and engage with the ones underneath, the orchestrators of these gangs, but there's always going to be, you know, if you don't get at the source, there's always going to be the issue. It's gonna rise again because you haven't nipped it in the bud. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
see, they successfully did this in Glasgow. And they literally sorted out. They had worse problems than us. They've got a bad problem at the moment with overdosing. But they literally sorted out the gang problem, the stabbings, and that was a gang truce.
Yeah.
And I know of a guy in Birmingham who was in a gang, who did a gang truce with Johnsons and the Burger Boys.
Okay, yeah, that was a really big gang in, yeah.
Yeah, but it was hard. But do you know, they actually got in people from the Northern Ireland Peace Treaty, the solicitors.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I know the guy who was in that documentary, but he wasn't the main guy who sorted all that out. So what I might do, because I did ask this guy, Zimbo, who's in Birmingham, if he could contact the guy who did it, who set all that up, just come and speak, you know, to us and tell us, you know what I mean, how he tried it, you know, what he had to do.
I'd be interested to find out, yeah. Like the exact step-by-step, what they took.
Yeah, to try and do that. I mean, we've got a guy called Crip, 95 Crip, who he's got his own, he started a party last year, a political party, United People's Party.
Okay.
Where he's cleaning up his block. But yeah, that's, you know, him and people are, you know, escorting vulnerable people to the shops. They're running out dealers. But he's got the vision that that's going to filter down to, you know, to a lot of communities, that people will start looking after their own communities.
Yeah, hopefully it will start a trend.
I hope so.
Yeah. Maybe something else we could do is counselling, because I think a lot of these young people, they need somebody to speak to.
Yeah.
That understands.
One thing I was going to mention as well was having some kind of helpline.
Yeah, like that's what I'm like. It doesn't necessarily have to be counselling, but I just mean, you know, like a child line then, but for people in gangs that they may not necessarily even want to leave yet. They may have just experienced, you know, a traumatic scenario on the street, and rather than just speaking to their group of guys that's going to further perpetuate, they might want to ring this hotline, do you know what I mean, where they can feel like they can be a bit more vulnerable about their experiences.
Yeah, and that they've got trusted people on the other end, you know what I mean? So they haven't got that. It's actual, just, you know, real people who aren't going to, you know, who've got their best interests at heart.
Yeah, and a lot of them, what we forget, have been coerced into this lifestyle, or, you know, what's the word when you are peer pressure? They've had a lot of peer pressure, and then now they just end up being in this lifestyle, you know, which is sad, because a lot of them may not want to be like that, but they don't know any better. They don't have their dads around, or, you know.
Yeah.
So,
exactly. Just want to shout out a few of the people on the live. We've got John. How you doing? He suggested judo for martial art. I wanted to say to John, because he came on Sunday, and he's from 6, and he said, he didn't think he had a problem with knife crime in his area. Yeah. So what I did, John, was I looked up Essex, and you've got a lot going down, like literally.
Wow.
Check it out.
Not even to laugh, but
it's bad. Like. There's loads. So I don't know whereabouts in Essex you are, but what I was trying to relay was that, you know, incidents can happen even outside your doorstep that don't get reported. And unless you know someone who tells you, you know what I mean? But you've got real bad problems in Essex. Yeah. The things that I read, like, it was shocking. But it's everywhere. I don't think there's many places, apart from I suppose rich, you know, where rich people live, but it's where poor where we all are, you know.
But it goes so much deeper than that, because, you know, unfortunately it's actually been set up in that way. It's been set up so the people in these overpopulated areas are poorer, and it's inevitable that, you know, people are going to end up going against each other. Because, like, even take the crabs in a barrel theory. If everyone's scrambling to get out, or, you know, there's a lack in something, everyone's almost going to fight over each other to get to what they feel they need. So, you know, and you know, people in higher places, they've got social engineers, they've got, you know, psychologists. They know exactly how the human mind works and how we're going to react and so on and so forth. And then you throw some drugs and weapons into that in a poverty-stricken area, it's a recipe for disaster. So those are things we need to address as well. And how can we, you know, create just better lives for everyone? Because as much as we can, you know, like have people on the street walking around with stab-proof vests and dogs and so on and so forth, that's okay. But
it's
I
like
mean,
reactive, isn't it? Somebody said when they came on.
It is quite reactive.
Yes. But
exactly. And it can, because it's already volatile. I get where he's coming from. And I know some people are vulnerable and you might need that to some extent. But because it's already volatile, you don't want to, you know, add gasoline to the flames, because some guys might think, well, who the hell are you? You're just like another gang. You're just like another police force.
Yeah.
When I think the whole point of these young men, because inside they're already vulnerable. It's just the outer shell that is tough. So if you're almost attacking them, they're going to get more tough because they're thinking, I'm definitely not letting you get it. Do you get what I mean? So they're going to get more like, and that's what you don't want to do. You want to kind of gain their trust and let them know it's okay. You don't have to live like this. There's a different way. Do you get what I mean? You don't want to inflame their egocentricity and their aggression.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Just going to take a couple of messages. We've got Janubis says, evening ladies, how you doing?
Good evening.
Enough love to you, Jay. One of my sick artists he is. And he does a lot for young people out there. He's always, you know, doing a lot in the community. So big up to you. We'd love to get you on anytime. All right. So just request. Chantelle's saying, the thing is, a lot of boys don't want to talk. I think that's a great idea. That must be for the helpline.
That's true, but what if you got a really, really nice looking young woman that was like 18 years of age and she was on the other end of the age? Hey darling, would you like to talk? They might be interested then, won't they? What's your problem?
So this, I'm just thinking the helpline, right? Because literally I've got something that I'm working on, but I haven't quite finished, but I'm wondering if the helpline could attach to that.
But I get Chantelle, sorry. I'm sorry to be humorous, sorry. I just wanted to add that, but go on, Lee, sorry.
That's what I'm I've forgotten now.
Sorry.
My brain's like, what did I say? Oh, yeah. Right, so to do with the helpline. So I'm wondering, because I'm literally working on a database, right, of people who are actually doing stuff out here. Like So I'm midst doing that, but obviously, and the people that will be people who can help in those situations or could. But I'm wondering if we need to, I don't know, even put an advert out there. You know, like I definitely feel like we need people who can help with resolution. Definite helpline for no matter what, just so that they can reach out to somebody. And I'm wondering, is that gonna be, you know, don't know, like is on an app or something that the youth are going to use and feel. And in fact, this is something I spoke to Faz about, you know, a couple of years ago. Because that's what it's going to take is, you know, someone but people with big followings or people who are already respected and trusted.
Influence, exactly.
And that is, I tell you what, that's probably been one of the hardest things doing this Let the Youth Live is getting support from other people doing similar things, because that helps, you know, it's helping one another and it's building us up together. So so I think it's definitely something that's needed, and I think something soon that's needed. And I mean, even if it was like just a phone number for now, because I do know ladies that were doing something. They were doing something quite similar, you know, like a help kind of line, but not with what we're suggesting on it. You know what I mean? Ours is going to be more. I don't even know if they're still doing it, to be honest. But I think they just had a phone. But I'm thinking, you know, like something anonymous, or, you know, so they don't, I don't know. But any ideas? Yeah, anyone?
I think we've got to expand on that. We got to look into how even because I'm not even sure how those hotlines kind of work, because I know you can sort of set it up in your house. Sorry, my children are coming back. Like a 0800 number, but I'm not sure. Like, would it just be the line coming through to one line, or could you have the same number going through to multiple streams of people? So then a few, like a network of us, could kind of deal with it. Do you know what I mean?
A few of us.
Let me just get the door one moment.
Yeah.
I can still hear you, Lee.
Oh, that's all right then. Yeah, no, I do think we need a group of people who are fully on it, who, you know, do care.
Yeah.
And can be at the end of a line or whatever to be there for support, or to direct them to somewhere, or someone can actually take over and actually help them. So, and
I think mums and dads and family members of these victims would be more than willing to, you know, to do that in order to prevent anyone else experiencing the same pain.
Yeah.
This is so unprofessional.
I'm going to take a message from Chantel. She says, okay, who are abused have a safe house to go to. I think these young ones need a safe house to go. Sometimes they're stuck and scared. Because they're vulnerable.
That's true. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I love that.
I should be writing these things down.
I'm hoping someone is making notes, and I think we better start.
Yeah, I'm starting. A bit late, but I'm starting.
I know I remember a lot of the things. I know I will.
Yes.
My hardest to
help.
Yeah. But I love that. So remember that idea, right, Chantel? Absolutely love that. Right, Janubis is saying, I think he'll come on actually. Young ones defo need a safe space to talk. I agree with the helpline. Also need to show them that it's okay. See, we could do with you on board with that, Janubis. I agree. Yeah, also need to show them that it's okay to express their emotions. A lot of them holding emotions. Yep, brilliant point there. Chantel says, I gave my children a safe alarm. Now I know it sounds silly. It's usually a girl's thing, but I have to 15-year-old son. And yeah, he's at that age where it just is frightening for a parent. Like, yeah. I know exactly what you mean. I'm desperate to feel he has something to scare the bad guys away with. Yeah. Yeah. Janubis says, as a lot do not think it's manly to express themselves fully, is a mad stigma. Yeah, there's certainly is. I'm going to see if I can. That's why I said you need to get into the psychology of these people, because if you don't address that, it's going to keep happening. Because it's not so much what's happening on the street. Everything starts in the mind. Everyone knows that. So whatever's happening in your mind, you're going to create in your life. So if already in their mind, they're thinking, I've got to defend myself. I can't go outside without this. When I step out, I'm going to get attacked. I'm not going to let no one violate me, blah, blah, blah. It's a wrap. You can do as much saving as you like. You can put as much things in the community, prevention, whatever. But if you don't address the mindset, it's going to keep happening. Because they're only going to have a kid. They're going to have a son themselves, and they're going to tell them, son, when you go outside, make sure you're careful when you carry your blade, because people ain't playing. They're going to take your life. And eye for an eye kind of mentality. Do you know what I mean? No, it's so true. So true. I'm going to see if I can get Janubis on. Right. Yeah, just tried to add him up. Okay, sorry about the photo bombers. Yes.
That was unexpected.
Hi, nice to meet you.
How you doing? This is LEILA.
Hi, how you doing? You're breaking up.
I'm going to love and leave you guys soon, because my children are coming back home and they're going to have me busy as usual. So.
Good. How you doing?
But I'll stay for a minute. I'll stay for a minute as you just come in, get acquainted. But then I'm going to leave you guys to it.
Bless you as well.
All right, say no more.
Hey, my darling. Good to have you.
All right, lovely. Thank you for having me on once again. And anytime you want me, just let me know. I'll try and be earlier next time.
We're going to try. We're going to try and do more in the week. We're going to try. Because I feel like
Yes,
so
100%.
necessary. And
Yes, yes.
definitely,
So maybe us three might even speak again, you know what I mean?
yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, lovely to meet you. Take
Likewise.
care. Thanks,
You
Lee.
too.
Love.
More
Take
blessings.
care.
Love, love, love.
Bye. Bye.
God. Yes.
What's
Bless her.
good?
Good to see you, man. So what,
Likewise.
what solutions do you think will work for right now to keep people safe?
Keep people safe. Oh, it's quite. It's a temperamental subject. Like it's a very big subject, should I say, rather than temperamental. Because at the end of the day, obviously, knife crime has been going on for decades now. You know what I mean? And everything that was in place, they take away, and then the moment that's taken away, crime rises, knife crime rises, and then we're looking for things to put back in place. What it is that we need these places to be there and stay there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Instead of taking them away. You know what I mean? That's one. That will solve a big problem right there, because then they have a safe space. Youth centers back in the 90s, early millennium, we used to go to the youth center.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And if there was a beef or something, there was a little fight at the back of the youth center. No one's getting stabbed up and this, that, and the next. You know what I mean?
See,
so yeah.
See, the thing, what I've realised is that the types of weapons seem to have changed.
Yeah.
So
yes,
you've got no chance really if you are attacked with these weapons. It's horrifying, like they're using weapons to kill bears. Ones that they put in and it pulls out your intestine. And
I shouldn't laugh, but it is a joke that they're walking around with these, almost the size of your bloody leg. These knives. Do you know what I mean? They're proper machetes.
I saw guys
go
outside my house a little while ago, and the weapons were bigger than them, and they were big guys with bellies. The weapons were huge.
Wow.
And I shit to myself. I was inside, and it just brought it home to me, the reality of what not only just people in general are witnessing on their high street. They could just going about their business, having a meal in a shopping centre. You know what I mean? Looking out the window.
Yeah, it's happening everywhere.
You've got all these people like in valleys hunting each other down. To kill. But there's nothing in place. Like,
no, there isn't. There isn't nothing in place, technically speaking, and obviously with COVID happening, that put a big stick and halt in everything that we was that everyone across the board was trying to put in place and fight for. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously, the community, like I said, once we have the community centers and youth centers there in our neighborhood, that's automatically a space that the young people will directly go to. Do you know what I mean? You need more mentors, and I notice more mentors are, presenting themselves in our community now in many different forms, from many different backgrounds and from many different career choices, career paths as well. So that's a good thing. But on a psychological level, there's nothing really there. Do you know what I mean? To help them on a psychological level, to help them with their inner emotions. Because some of these young people, believe it or not, it's going to be like war. Like when they're in war, PTSD. You know what I mean? Post-traumatic stress disorder. You know what I mean? They're seeing things from a very young age. I mean, I can take that. I'm going to take a little slice out of my life. When I was living in New York, I lost 2 best friends before the age of 8 years old. Do you know what I mean? Due to drive-bys. So I witnessed death from a very young age. Do you get what I mean? So when I hear these young people saying what they witness and things like that, and some of them could be as young as 13, 11, do you know what I mean? And they're seeing these things, I can relate to them. So I find that balance. Do you know what I mean? Share the story. Show them ways that they can get over this trauma. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, it's amazing what you do, seriously. Just big up. Do you know what? Everything you do, man.
Yeah, I do my best, but you know what? there's one program that I wish more of the young people will take part of, and that's my Power Over Pain program.
Yeah.
It does hit you on an emotional and psychological level, but you're using the creative crafts in order to do so. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can feel, they'll feel more comfortable expressing themselves. You know what I mean? And that service is there. I'm still working with Merton to keep pushing that service and let the young people. I'm hoping that one day that the young people will just gravitate towards it. You know what I mean?
Merton? Is it just for Merton?
No.
Brilliant.
No, man. I'll leave it open for the whole of London. And if I need to travel to Manchester, Birmingham, I'm willing to do so. Do you get what I'm saying? Because
we literally need to promote more of what you're doing, so we can get more people on board, so you can expand it as it really needs to be expanded. Because what you've got there is a solution.
I'll be real with you right now. Yes, Trigger Bliss, big up. That's my sis. Big up.
Hi, sir.
What I was gonna say to you, I'll be real with you right now. I am looking for people to help me. Do you get what I'm saying? I need people to help me push this, I would say, agenda, because it is an agenda that needs to be put in our community. You know what I mean? Because all people are dying right now. It doesn't matter whether you're black, doesn't matter whether you're white, everyone's dying. Yeah. Every culture is dying out here.
We want to
you get what I'm saying? And we need the help. Exactly. I mean, imagine now, it's getting to the point where you don't even want to send your 13, 14-year-old to the shop just in case something mad's going to happen.
How
do you get what I'm saying?
I know.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
That poor lady who sent her son went round the block on her bike in Brixton.
Yeah.
He just went round the
block.
There
you go.
And he never came home.
There you go. It's crazy. And most of this is because no one's talking. No one's communicating.
Right.
And there's a thick sense of, how can I say, dog eat dog behavior going on as well. Do you get what I'm saying? So everyone right now that is, on a lower salary, I'll put it like that, on a lower salary, or are not working at this precise moment, and because of all the COVID pressures and lack of work that's out there, you know what I mean? People are getting hungry.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So imagine the conversations that's going on in the households. Yeah. Imagine what the conversations that the children are picking up on. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And then imagine the young people that are already affiliated. Yeah. All it's going to do is push people to go out there and hunt, innit? Because you're hungry, you need to
probably
feed.
do it more.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's all about what opportunities are out there for us as well. All of these things play a part of that. Yeah. And this is all having a psychological effect on us. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm always down for the cause. I'm always out there, do you know what I mean? Willing to help. I don't care what community I'm in, you know what I mean? It could be Merton, it could be Lambeth, you know what I mean? I'm affiliated to most boroughs anyway, do you know what I mean? So Lambeth knows most people in Lambeth know who I am. Most people in what's under Gypsy Hill is that part of Gypsy Hill is Southwark, and I think the other part is Lambeth. No, Gypsy Hill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Stratham's Lambeth, and I'm in Mitcham, so that's Merton, and a lot of people know me in Merton as well. So I get out and about, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
I know.
Anytime anybody needs help, advice, guidance, my website's down at the moment. We're having a revamp, but it'll be up, and yeah, it'll be in my description soon. You know what I mean? If not, DM me, man. Yeah, we're always willing to help out there.
Now, I thought you wrote down on earlier that you did think the helpline was a good idea.
Yeah.
Is that something you'd like to get involved with us? Because we'd love you to be involved.
Yeah, of course not. Why? Why not?
I don't know how we're going to structure it yet or anything, but I think you would be perfect.
All right, cool.
Because I
hook me up in the meeting.
We need people to, what's the word? Somebody called it, it reminded her of the equalizer back in the day. That's what she said when I was saying, to just diffuse situations, should I say?
Yeah, I hear you.
But, stopping them before they escalate. but you know things. You know how
Yeah.
things are escalating with social media now. It's
Yep.
now that was one of the things that a lot of people have spoken on, that they think that things could just changed as soon as social media happened.
I think I wouldn't say as soon as social media happened. I think it kind of got worse once we delved into social media more and realized what we can do with it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like exposing, like it's come a platform where you can expose people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there was a lot of cyberbullying. When I was working in Westminster Academy, I had to deal with a lot of cases with cyberbullying.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
A lot of that.
Yeah, like there was like crazy. I had crazy cases where boys will literally force girls in the toilets and force them to strip, taking off their clothes, and then they're posting it on their social media, Snapchat or wherever it was at that time. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, it did get kind of peak after a while, and that was with a certain generation below. It wasn't with like the older generation.
So more. Do
you get what I mean?
Ones.
Yeah, with the older generation, it was more political. You get me? It was more about political stuff and people going deep with their political thoughts and, you know what I mean, their views and opinions, rather than violence. And
changing, isn't it, the way? But what everyone has said is that they need to be made accountable. These social media platforms, mainstream radio, for what they're pushing. They're not protecting kids from violence. If anything, they're perpetuating the violence. We all spoke about, like, how do we make them accountable? The main thing we all came up with was to get like influencers involved, people with big platforms, big accounts, who could, you know, draw attention to that's going on. But it's also going to be some law coming in, but I'm going to print it out. They've done the legislation. It's on the white paper, but I'm not sure how long it takes once it's on that. But I was quite relieved. I was quite relieved to find out that they've been trying to get this through for 2 years. They've actually they've actually been trying, and it's at the white paper stage. It's called the Online Harms Bill, and it's to deal with racism online, to deal with children's safety online. And I know that within there's definitely, in part of that, there's something to do with the weapons people as well. Now, the object of this online harms bill, because I was thinking, how are they going to, like, how's it going to work? But they're looking at getting 10% of their global revenue. They're also talking about having Ofcom involved. So instead of you, when you talk to Instagram and that, like, I know when I lost my account, it took me 4 months to actually speak to someone. So if you report something, or even if somebody falsely, you know what I mean, you can get it sent to Ofcom, and then they look at it. Now that seems a lot better. So I'm quite kind of, you know, I was like, oh, okay, at least they thought about this a few years ago.
Yeah,
but I want to know what I'm going to print it out, so that's something, you know, we can discuss in the next couple of lives.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so
I'd like to see that.
And a guy that I know, I don't know if you know him, a guy called Pez, who's was at Still
I've heard that name.
He does, you know, they melt down the knives and they make equipment.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
It's called Kalinetics, and it's they're really sick, but they do all free classes and stuff. So he has left them now, but he set up his own. It's like a street Olympics. Bless him. Really excited, like really excited. That's all in process. So big up to him. But the other great thing is that I saw recently he's been asked in to go through the white paper, certain parts of it, right, to do with the weapons. And I'm thinking, yeah, because he knows, like, he's like us, you know what I mean? He knows what's going on, mate. And he was actually picking, you know, like, he took part in it, him and an MP.
Yeah. So
So
you're properly picking it through, like
yes,
combing the whole thing.
yeah. So I've asked him to come on soon. He said, yeah, because we definitely need a catch up. So I want to then
Mm.
put to him, once I know what's on there, I want to make sure that the things we've talked about, that will cover that, you know, some of it at least. And if it
Yeah,
doesn't,
yeah.
we need to get it put in, not wait
Yeah,
until, you know
exactly.
what I mean, it comes out. So yeah, I'll make sure
Exactly.
I do that before the next live, just so I can
Yeah, please.
this is on it and whatever. But
Yeah, send me a link to that. If there's a link to it, please send it to me so I can have a look,
yeah, I
pictures as
just
well,
looked
you
at
know what I
it
mean?
just online. It was online and it said the legislation or something, print it out, but it was 145 pages. That's why I didn't do it
Oh,
at the
wow.
time. So I was thinking, I haven't got enough paper in at the minute. Yeah. So yeah, but I'm
Is
gonna
it?
do it, and I thought that was pretty positive. Kind of going for
What's it called?
online harms bill. So it's about people being harmed online. But that was the basic gist, because I saw this video on it, I looked it up, and then I thought, wow, this is interesting. And at least it could cover some of the solutions we're speaking about. You know what I mean? Anything online related, that they
Yeah,
actually will
exactly.
be made accountable for what.
Mm.
Because
Yeah, definitely.
I am literally sick of hearing that the shit that is being promoted over and
Yeah.
over, the messages, they're not
Mm.
they're not good at all.
Yeah, I know. On the psyche level, no, it's not. It's gonna mess with a lot of people's psyche, and that's why I've kind of tuned out from kind of a lot of platforms, if you get what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of even mainstream terrestrial TV. I literally don't have it on.
Yeah, I never
Because
watch it.
it,
Never.
yeah, it just messes up the whole psyche, man. I can't deal with it. You get what I'm saying? And as soon as I see something that I don't agree with, that's it. I'm just scrolling way past that.
Yeah.
I don't even like scrolling on my phone too long anyway. You know what I mean? So if you notice as well, within this last year, I've taken a huge step back from social media. I used to be on social quite a lot. You know what I mean? And then I've taken my step back because it's like, how can I say it? There's a lot of people shouting at the moment. You know what I mean? And everybody wants to be heard. Yeah. And I'm thinking, you know what? This is my time to be quiet. Do you know what I mean? This is my time to be quiet, analyze what's going on. Do you know what I mean? And then find out where I can put my contribution effectively.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying?
And that's kind of like me, you know, I'm doing a lot of observing what's going on. But yeah, so, and just working on solutions that will start keeping people safe.
Exactly. And that's what it's about right now.
Because I'd say
and
that's
you know, one of my
priority, isn't it?
Exactly. It is priority. We all need to be safe, and we all need to be accountable of our actions as well. Do you get what I mean? So
Definitely.
yeah, it's crazy, and we all need to look after our young ones because they're the next generation, and we're losing them.
That's the thing.
You know what I mean? You could say that we nearly lost a generation already. I mean, like through the killings and stuff like that, and then COVID on top of all of that. Between 25 and 13, 30 to 13, we've lost a generation.
Yeah, it's a lot lost.
You get me? It's time to gain.
I think
unite and gain.
I think people do need to be speaking out. More people need to be speaking out about it, because it's affecting all of us. And I keep saying this to people: don't wait till it comes to your own door. Like, you know, I've had it at my door. I wouldn't recommend, you know what I mean, to wait. And I just keep, you know, advising people to just look around their own area and see what know, changes or things they could make happen there. What's lacking, for example. And I've noticed there's nothing where I am. I'm on like Peckham and Dulwich.
Oh wow.
There is literally nothing.
Yeah. And this is why I try and hold like community barbecues and things like that in my area. You get what I mean? So people could come out and know who each other are. You know what I mean? Take a bit. I know America's got their thing out there, but for me, in comparison between the two countries, when it comes to the blocks looking after each other, they look after each other in the USA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They look after that initial community, whereas here we can be sitting down or living next door to someone and we don't even know their name for 10, 15 years.
Yeah, that's
Do you
true.
get what I'm saying?
So we need
Yeah, whereas
that,
all of us
don't we?
should kind of know each other, conversing with each other. Young people supposed to be playing together or outside and whatever. They do in our area, do you get me? You don't get too much. It's more people trying to come in and create problems than there is
yes.
people inside our area doing problems. Do
Because
you get what I'm
we
saying?
get a lot of people pulling up around this area, you know what, and it must have happened all over different areas, you know what I mean? Oh, are you so are you with that lot? Or, you know, it must be awful to be a young person, you know, trying to just have a normal, like, trying to go out with your friends. Like, I can't even, you know, even want to go shopping with your friends, but this is where a lot of the time it's kicking off.
True. Exactly. And it's happening at random moments, and this is the problem, innit? And that's, how can you say, uncontrollable. You know what I mean? And everything, no matter which way we look at it, everything starts home. You know what I mean? Everything starts at home. Everything starts in our neighborhood. Do you get what I mean? And if we're not communicating with each other, bouncing off of each other, looking out for each other's young ones and stuff like that, and we've got no hope, really. Do you get what I mean? So we need to bring that community unity spirit back into play. Do you get what I mean? Get to know your neighbor, man. Get to know your neighbor.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll just do a random one and just sit down at the outside, whoever's passing by. Hello.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's nice though to
you know
who's in your neighborhood and that. But
exactly.
I've been trying to get the importance across to people as well about these bleed control kits that literally all areas need them. They would give someone a lifeline to at least keep them alive until they get to the hospital. But you know, I keep saying this to people, it's like, you know, I'd hope that people start realizing, start trying to raise the money themselves. Because what's in them is not, you can't get what's in them in a normal first aid kit. Like literally, people should even have these in their cars. I'm hoping the police, the City of London police have already got them. And I'm hoping, I'm actually praying, that they start all of them having them. But we need them youth hostels, anywhere like where it's busy, where there's people. Busy roads. Because you know, we've lost a lot of people just on the street, bleeding out. They haven't made it to the hospital. And then we've got these people, because we've spoke about this a lot, the people who film people dying.
Isn't that majority? Isn't that majority of the fatal knife stabbings? Majority bleed out before they get there.
Yeah.
Before they get to the hospital, don't they?
Yeah, because the main reason being, you would be, on average, they say, an ambulance gets to you between 6 and 7 minutes. And
on average?
Yep. So you know, you're not.
Sometimes you can wait 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Right. So
you know what I mean?
Definitely not going to be still alive if you had a catastrophic bleed. You're not going to. Definitely not. So literally.
Yeah, especially if you hit major arteries.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
These kits they're the same as ambulance. The same stuff's inside. They're logged with the ambulance service. So the other thing I'm thinking as well is that we would have more of an idea. Well, we'd know exactly how many catastrophic bleeds we've had and these type of bleeds, because they'd all be linked together.
Yes, and you know what? One thing I think council should be thinking of introducing in our schools, first aid.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk first aid within our schools before we get to employment?
How do we get
and all them things there?
That's definitely.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, that's something. Things like that. So, you know, between us, we could, you know what I mean, email whoever, you know what I mean? That is definite. And even we're like me and Lynn from the Daniel Baird Foundation, like she organises the training for the bleed kits. So we're going to be doing one
Okay.
quite soon, locally to me. And then after that, hopefully we'll be able to do them more throughout London. So
Okay,
people will be able
that sounds
to use
interesting.
them.
Yeah. That's good, man. That's good. So that's good. Definitely.
That's definitely a solution. So at least people can know if something happens, they can, you know, they can try and save somebody's life.
Try.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because the main thing is to stop the overflow of the bleeding.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Putting pressure on the wound, main.
You actually
do you know what I mean?
pack it though. Yeah. It's like, you know, normally if it's not catastrophic, they tell you put pressure, but you actually, in that kit, it's like a padded, and it goes in it to pack it. You actually pack it. Yes. Now they've got wicked videos. Oh, Lena's done fantastic, yeah, and she's literally done all this on her own. Her YouTube channel, on there, there's like clips of videos to show you how to use those kits, and it breaks it down like what to do. I mean, it'd be really good actually, even if we could use bits of clips and that and put them up so that people would know how to use them, or at least
and become aware of them. Yeah.
Or things you could use instead, like Paul Mackenzie. He did a brilliant video. In fact, I'm going to find it and put it up by tomorrow.
I haven't spoken to Paul in ages.
Oh, I love Paul. Yeah. So he done a brilliant one. He went to an ambulance service place, or people that do first aid training. So he was talking to the guy, and the guy's breaking down what you would do if there's like, you know, catastrophic bleeding. And one of the things he was like, see if you can get a carrier bag like you use with your hand, so that you're not covered in blood like when you're doing it. And then it was all different, you know, things that you could use to do the tourniquet. So that would be really useful if you didn't have the bleed kits. So at least
yeah.
So maybe if we could get more awareness of that, you know, so that people could actually help their friend, help somebody that they know, or if they're a bystander, they can, you know, attempt to do something.
Exactly. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Do you know what I mean?
Right. So I'm going to try and I'm going to get them clips out, and I'm going to try and start doing some like campaign. Yeah, so people can. Whatever
you do, just whatever you're going to post, just send it my way, and you know I'll be sharing it on my platforms as well.
Wicked.
You know what I mean?
Brilliant. And this is the whole kind of thing why I wanted to do these lives. Just so that we can all, you know, like take part. We can, you know, help each other with whatever it is that we're doing. You know, because we're working together. You know, for the cause.
Exactly. It's bigger than us now. It is. It's a lot bigger than us now. So it's time to take steps. And yeah, like I said earlier, until we start communicating and bringing that unity amongst us, and then teamwork, and communicating within our households as well. You know what I mean? Don't let up. Find out what's wrong with your young person, car. If they're all of a sudden, you know, how can I put it? Disconnected. All of a sudden they're disconnected, or they're out of personality. Come on now, something's up. Find out. You know what I mean? Before it gets too late. Because we get wrapped up in our lives as adults sometimes. Do you get what I mean? Even I've been guilty of it. My daughter's pulled me up about it straight up, and I've had to like, whoa, okay, boom. It's like a slap in the face, you know. You know what I mean? But it's you have to listen when they speak. You know what I mean? And make that time to listen sometimes. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, man, definitely up for this.
Now I've just seen a message from Loxie Lee, who joined us the other day. Big up to you, darling. She's saying totally agreed. Do you know Loxie?
No.
She's lovely, man. She writes some wicked poems as well. Brilliant.
Send them more.
Yeah, she's
big up, Loxie, man. Big up.
Loxie is saying free first aid training courses. Yes. Lynn doesn't charge. She just do like her. What it is, they raise the money so that they can, you know, do all the bits and pieces. So they can put on the training sessions. You know, they can do the certificates and all that for everybody. So everybody's trained up.
Yeah, man. That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
And
need to get that in the schools, man.
Yeah,
it should be automatically in the schools straight. Schools and colleges should be teaching first aid. That will cancel out a lot of waiting for the ambulance. At least people will react moment just there. I know shock can take you sometimes, but you'll have the knowledge in your mind the same way. You know what I mean?
The good thing with the cabinets, which is what I'm doing the GoFundMe for, I'm trying to raise money for South London. It's a bit of a struggle.
It always is when it comes to that raising money.
But it's only to put them in our areas, you know. I want to start in Peckham, then Camberwell, Brixton, you know. And then as much as I can get, you know, for 10 grand. But I'd love other people to just raise their own money for their own areas so that they know they're covered. I'm telling you, the West Midlands, big up to them. Like, they're not messing about. You got neighbours rubbing their money together. You got people fundraising, boxing clubs to buy the kits for the high street because they know. You know, like they actually know, like us. But there's some people out there, I don't know. I got to the point I was like, if you're not going to share or donate, come off my page.
So wait. So the 10,000 that the funding that you're raising is for the bleed kits, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so basically, you're saying we should do one in each borough, innit?
There should be on every road, literally, or shop, or so that you have. I mean, there's other schemes as well, which I'm going to be looking into because I know Croydon had one as well, where you in certain shops with, you know, the shutters that slam down. I heard about this scheme that's got yellow dots in the windows or something that people, if they're in trouble, can run in there, and it's got the automatic shutters, so they would be safe.
Okay.
I think that's in Croydon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So things like that, you know, initiatives like that need to be.
Croydon's going mad right now.
Oh, that's what happens, isn't it? Oh my God.
Yeah. It's peak. I saw that video that came up the other day on that happened on Croydon High Street. I was like, whoa, broad daylight, everything.
It's always,
you know what I mean?
This is the thing, it's always broad daylight. It's usually school hours between 3:30 and 5:30. You've got the murder in Woolwich and the academy that the boy was at. They put a message. I don't know if you saw that, but they put a message out to all their kids in all the academies. We advise you, don't go McDonald's after school. We advise you to go straight home, and don't be going to the high street either, because it's not safe. And then I'm thinking,
wow, it's getting to that point.
That's as real as it gets, because to be honest, like, because we can't, you know, like you're saying, your kid goes out, you know, we're blessed if they come back. You know what I mean? Because we can't.
True.
It's but I'm thankful that there's good people here now who, you know, have got the same vision. We can do something together, but it is about working together.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. You have to work together in order to get this find a solution and put things in place.
Yeah. See, what you're doing is a solution. What you're running and all the stuff you've been doing. I've come across so many people, and this is why I've started the database, like legit people who are genuine, doing loads. Like, I'm in awe, like yourself, of what you do. You know what I mean?
Yes. Thank you.
It's mad.
But you do a lot as well, man. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. You do a hell of a lot as well.
I do try, man. I can't help it. It's just surreal, isn't it? What the world's like right now. And I can't sit back and not say anything, even though I've said this a few times on the live, like I suffer with a lot of like bad anxiety and stuff. But this is so important.
Oh, wow.
It's so important.
Need to centralize that energy, man. Get some energy stones up in your house, centralize that energy, sweetly.
I try also. I have little techniques and stuff that I have to do. But with this, because the topic is so, you know,
it's predominant.
This is for our kids' future, for the future generations, and the here and now. Like, this ain't a life. Do you know what I mean, for kids right now?
Mm, mm. I hear you. I hear you. And a lot of them, like I would say the ones that aren't street inclined, they're very wary to go out now. You know what I mean? The ones that I've spoken to,
Yeah.
they always want to be at home.
Yeah, you can't.
You know what I mean?
You literally can't blame them for that. And that's why I feel like then there has to be some things in place where so they feel that they could go somewhere or they can go to the shop. Like years ago when we were younger, it was, you know, our parents couldn't wait to send us shop, you know. That was like, now it's like, yeah.
I couldn't wait till my mom sent me shop because that was my excuse to be outside. You know what I mean? It's not the same. Not the same anymore.
No.
You know what I mean?
Did you hear what we were talking about earlier to do with the weapons? The weapon
Which one?
producers.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you came on just at the end when LEILA was going.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she was speaking out about the weapons. She's done quite a bit of research for us over the last couple of days.
Okay.
But it was a big, it's come up a lot. The online selling, the blatancy of it, it's taking the piss. They're not pretending that they don't know what it's for. You know, they know that people are buying these things. And we're looking into ways how we can do something about it. You know, bring awareness to what they're doing. We had some fabulous ideas. Lady Chantel was saying, originally, LEILA said about writing to the arms companies, the weapons companies.
Yeah.
And then if they don't reply, then Chantel's suggesting that we go with a film crew.
To where?
To embarrass them. To these companies producing all these horrific weapons.
So you look so almost like a watchdog thing.
Yeah, they need to be made accountable and
exposed
as an awareness, you know, like so people know what's going on. Because I literally only recently realised when I looked at I knew about this company called Anglo Arms because they keep cropping up.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, Faz is always
I've heard of them.
Talking about them.
Yeah.
I mean, there's quite a few. I know there's Trojan, and they give you a free stab-proof vest with a knife.
Is it?
Yeah. And then the ones that Faz was talking, he got somebody to ring up to order some just to see how easy it was. And they asked the guy, what are you going to do?
Faz is the one that collects the knives, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his friends rung up, just said, I want to get some knives. He ordered this big pack. They asked him, what's it for? He said, to stab someone. And then they said, do you want a stab-proof jacket with that? That's how they're going on. So that is what we're up against, as well as the Snapchat with the selling of the knives, eBay as well, I'm hearing. And on top of that, what was the other thing with the weapons to do with the Anglo Arms? I've forgotten now. So Anglo Arms, when I looked them up, I was horrified at the, oh my God, the actual packs that they do. The, you know, like 4 packs. They've got titles of names. Yeah. You know, like four different size Rambos. And then it's called what's it called? The Expendables, after that film. So it's got all the weapons that they used in it. Then you've got, I saw one, they know what they're doing. They know these ain't just people doing hunting. You know what I mean? These are people here.
Now that I didn't know.
Wait,
you've just educated me.
This is what I'm saying. So we definitely need to make more awareness about this. Like there was one and it was it was a double one that's split in half with 2 different types of knives on it. And when you look at the groovings on the knives, so one side might be flat, the other one is got all types of grooves. So they're like for ripping out intestines. Therefore,
that's for cleaning out your meat, mate.
Yeah. So we've got that. Then we've got the other side as well on the YouTube and all that is all the scoreboard things. I don't. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been reporting them, but I don't know how. It's like I need a link at YouTube or something, because that needs cleaning up. They definitely need to be made like quality control, because
Yeah.
them scoreboard things, like and then they go into detail with this one actually did that to that one. I don't know if you've seen them, and they keep
Oh no, I haven't.
they keep tally of it, and it tells you how many points. So I think chest, if you're done in the chest, it's 30. If you're done, you know,
Yeah.
and then obviously if you, there's all different points, and then they, on the video, so you've got some music in the background, and then you've got the scores. It comes up and it tells you this one, yeah, shanked that one, this one done that, like.
So like a video game.
Yeah.
Like it's a game.
Yeah,
Like really, they're making a game out of it.
game. I spoke about this about 3 years ago. Somebody messaged me and said I didn't know what I was talking about, but I said, look, I heard this from a reliable source, and that was before I even looked on YouTube, and that was Chris Pred, who was talking about it, and I was like, what the hell? And when you look up, just look up scoreboards, yeah, gang scoreboards. There's loads and loads, loads. And
oh my days.
Then you've got the other, there's like a lot of neeks out there who, you know, are never been about that life, but they find it good to be reporting on that, or, you know, what the scores are with the different gangs versus this one versus that one. And I think they.
So YouTube influencers as well are taking part in it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say this person's name yet, but there's one person that literally I supported for many years, and he's really pretty big now, and he's got a big show. I happened to see what was it? You know, the little shorts that they do now on YouTube, and it was just a piece out of it. And I haven't really been following. I just know that this person does drill a lot, and you know, there's a lot of that on there. And the lyrics, I was just like, I spoke about this on here, because it was just, you know, it was disgusting, like what they wanted to do, not only to, you know, their mum, their niece, their gran, you know, like, it's the disrespect, you know, of family, dead people, and then we got people filming it. I mean, a lot of people spoke out about that, that they wanted people nicked for it, and that they could be nicked, because every time when we film something, it's got a meta tag. So they can.
It's got a what?
It's got a meta tag, they call it.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Where it's come from, who's done it, what time, what phone. So there's no problem. Yep. So that's like another thing we've been talking about. And since we said that on here, it's been mad, because I've listened on 2 big platforms, right? Scar City Studio, who probably, I'd say, report the best on stuff that's going on the streets. They're a bit more care kind of about what it is that they're saying, you know. But they were the first platform. It was weird, because we spoke about it on here, and then I watched one of theirs that had gone up, and the first thing he said was, I just want to say that this is not normal. Anyone who thinks this is normal out here, and this was a stabbing, and people who film people who are dying. That is wrong. You shouldn't be doing it. You need to stop doing it. There was I think it might have been the poor boy in Woolwich, and people were having to put like material up to stop people filming him.
Deep.
Bad, isn't it?
Deep. Yeah. And that's the thing about this world now. It's like we really got into that. Instead of help and assist, stand there and watch and film. It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's just. Ooh.
But this is why I thought if there was some kind of comeback for doing that, because Paul Mackenzie's got a wicked film out. I don't know where you can view it, but that was the story of it, was somebody who filmed an incident, somebody being stabbed, and it went viral.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like it was all the ins and outs of, you know, the society now, what they all, you know, want the likes. It's going viral, and that's more important than someone's life.
Yeah,
Very,
exactly.
very good film. He's done quite a few short films, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
Brilliant.
He has. It's quite a few to keep up with, actually.
Yeah.
It's-
And he's another
you're
one. He
talking
needs
about
more
5, 10 years worth.
promotion. He literally, like, I try as hard as I can, you know. And this is why I've been trying to build up my accounts. Because from what I can see, and this is what I'm seeing, the big accounts, people are following and they're supporting and they're, you know what I mean, and listening. But the smaller accounts, they're not, you know.
Listening. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what
And
the
that's where
content is. Doesn't matter how great
and that's where the
your
truth
idea.
is. Yep. And that's where the truth is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's on the smaller accounts.
So we need
You
to
know
get
what I mean?
that truth out there. All of our truths.
Trust me, the holistic truth.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a whole. It's a one big movement now. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It has to be a one big movement.
Yeah.
And
I'm just glad,
again,
like, the team is here. You know, I'll keep saying this on these lives. I've got wonderful people, beautiful people, people who care. You know what I mean? People trying out here. You know, interested in speaking, talking, listening. You know, that together, you know, we are more powerful.
100%, 100%.
And just know
there's nothing, you can't take nothing away from that. It's exactly what it is. You know what I mean? Together we're a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I mean, we can accomplish so much more.
Yeah.
So I agree.
Definitely. And it's time, you know, things have to move. And I'm already seeing it. And that's what's keeping me positive as well with everything. I mean, I try and always stay positive, but I do have times of being disheartened in this, because, as you know, there's other stuff going on within what we're doing that I've had my eyes opened quite a few times. But yeah, I think it's just about the right people coming together, the right message, working together. We've got, I'd say, enough solutions between us. We need to expand on everyone's solutions, help them grow so that they can provide more help for more areas and more people. Because the idea is there, your solutions there, people's solutions are there. Faz's patrol, I was saying earlier, that I think we should just have, that should just be, you know, Faz amnesty security throughout London. See how that goes. Because I trust that. I literally trust it. That at least we won't have people getting injured on that side. Like he's thought of everything with the dogs.
Yeah.
Because he's actually taking weapons off at the same time. So we're
we're getting cleaning up. Yeah, therefore.
Yeah. Oh, I just want to shout out my friend Amina. Enough love to you. Yeah, she said it's been so long. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm good, darling. I hope you and the kids are. And big up as well to your husband, romantic serial killer.
Yes,
there's a lot of on these shows. Oh, bless you. Yeah, because it's been so refreshing doing these lives. Like I said, the people coming on, what we're speaking about, and the fact that things are moving. You know, I've got things that I'm working on as well in the background. I've got some really good news coming very, very soon that I'll share with everyone. So that's positive.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah. So very positive, and I just think all of it, that, you know, we're speaking out. There's lots of people speaking out, and I think this will just grow to
loads. Yeah, definitely. Well, I'll be hearing my voice a little bit more.
Good.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, back on it.
Seriously, thank you for coming on today. I'm probably
man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, always a pleasure, man. Always.
Big up.
But yeah, so I'm probably going to lock off the live anyway in a minute. I don't even know what time is. I get carried away on these things.
It's 10 to 8. 10 to 8 now.
Oh my God.
It's 10 to 8 now.
Right, so I did more than the other day. Yeah, because literally, see, when we started, right, with me and Christella, 2 months or so ago, we did 5 days the first week. We did 5 lives because we were like, oh my God, there were so many people that were interested, what I mean, that were passing through,
Yeah.
coming on. I don't know if that was still because it was lockdown, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I said, no, we need to try and do it as much as we can. But Christella, she's got a lot going on, and the last few times she's been in a safe house, so she wasn't allowed,
Okay.
even though she wanted to. You know, like obviously not on camera, but yeah, but she wants to be involved. But yeah, I just feel blessed, man, that, you know, some wonderful people around me, all with genuine, man.
I see it.
And it's
I see it, and I see in the growth as well, man. The growth is growing well as well. So yeah, man, more people's tuning in, and they're looking at the bigger picture as well. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that
try
is
and use
a
this
blessing.
platform for good. You know what I mean? I was thinking as well, because I'm not sure, but we did, I think on Sunday, I was thinking whether I should start doing the lives on my other account, just because obviously it's bigger. And then maybe just taking clips from the footage, you know, like important bits that we've spoken about.
Okay.
Kind of promote on the Let the Youth Live. So I might try that.
Yeah, why not?
One. Just to
yeah,
see.
why not? Why not?
Because the aim,
and you've got more young people that tune into that platform as well, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. Because with this one, it's just specific, whereas the other one, there's a real broad range.
Yeah.
So I think I will, because the whole thing, what I kept saying Sunday, is we need. It's like we've got the people with the solutions, the ideas. What we need now is more people to get on board, to promote, to make that, get it out to more people,
and help. Yeah, help implement it. Do you know what I mean? And get it out there, definitely. So that is the next stage, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The blueprints are there. The people are there. We just need to join forces now. You know?
Yeah. No, definitely. But yes, an absolute pleasure to get you on. All right. And thank you for everything that you do, because I know, you know, you've been through a lot. You know, you're amazing.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Love, man. Salute. Thank you.
Man.
I know.
All right. But we'll definitely catch up soon. All right.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, just watch out for the lives. Anytime, just request if you want to come on. We always want to hear from you. All right.
Yeah, man. Defo. Salute. Thanks for having me.
Love, yeah. All right.
All right. Love people. Big up.
Man. Take care. All right.
Love and honor.
To you too. What a pleasure, man. Now, what an amazing live today. I want to thank every single person that has joined us, who's made a contribution, shown love, interest in what we're talking about. I'm very proud of the lot of you. Yeah. It's amazing. And I feel very positive going forward. Just going to read out a few messages, all right, before I go. Enough love to you, my darling. Trigger your bliss. I'm saying much love. Romantic serial killer, still early, sis. Yeah. Kikasso, amazing talk. Bless you. Thank you for joining us. We'd love to hear from you one time. We would. Amina, it's always a good sign when you connect and the conversation flows. Yeah. Like literally the conversation just, completely flows with these lives. Even, you know, a few of us struggling with anxiety and stuff, because the topic, you know, and we know what we're living with all of this, you know, especially as parents. Amina says, see you guys, all the best, have a blessed evening. You too, all right, you and the fam. Romantic serial killer says, sorry I pulled up late. No worries, no stress, no worries, all right. I'm sure we're going to do another one this week at some point. And Janubis says, love everyone and thanks again, sweetly. Bless you too. All right, enough love to you, more blessings. Right, I'm going to lock off the live now because I've literally been on for 3 hours. All right, so bless everyone who contributed today. Just to say that if you're not following us already, please do. It's Let the Youth Live on all platforms. We're also doing an End Knife Crime Challenge. If you are an artist The beat is on, I think it's in the bio on our Instagram. All right, but cash prizes and merchandise prizes along the way. Get involved. We want people to speak about, you know, why they want knife crime to stop. Put a bit of positivity into our communities. So yeah, if you know anyone who wants to get involved in that, that would be brilliant. Let them know. All right, but apart from that, I'm going to sign off now. Thank you very much for joining us for Let the Youth Live podcast. We'll be back very, very soon. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. All right, enough love. Okay, take care, people.